All right. Go!
New Joe Budden. New Warrior now.
This park.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this?
New Joe Budden. New Warrior now.
Parks on the boards.
Yes. Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? The JBP shit still none of your business. Hit a gunshot one time for Big Pop in heaven. Hit a gunshot one time for Big Pop in heaven.
He still got it.
Welcome to the Joe Budden Podcast. I'm your humble, grateful, gracious, hated, and highly favored host. Let me emphasize, highly favored host, Joe Budden, here with a few of my nearest and dearest. Boy, God is good all the time, man. How is everybody doing? Don't fucking lie to me. Tell me what's really happening with you and you and you and you and you and you and you. How's everyone doing? And if you're going to lie, let me just move forward so we can talk about Deshaun Watson. How about that? How about that? I don't have the fucking time for it.
I'm better than Deshaun Watson right now.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I had a pretty good, good weekend. I was chilling.
All right.
I'm vaxxed up, so we went, got some food out in the real world. Tried to go to a bar, but they closed at 11, so that didn't work out.
You can't get a You took your mask off?
Fuck yeah. I'm vaxxed up, bro. Come at me.
Come at me.
The news this morning, I'll announce this. The news this morning, first of all, we are powered by, empowered by, brought to you by, sponsored by, tolerated by none other than our favorite app in the world, Cash App. Salute to the gods, you already know the vibes. The news this morning said that crime, and I have a blast watching the news, and sometimes things are funny that shouldn't be funny. The news said
the news is never funny.
Yeah. I think it's funny sometimes.
It's the most depressing shit in the world.
It's either really depressing or really funny. But this morning they said that crime this week is up considerably.
Really?
From the same time last year.
Well,
you don't say.
I laughed for at least 25 minutes in my room. I did.
Why would that be?
The news is just funny how they frame things.
That's a stupid statistic.
Well, that's what they said.
Okay.
Then they said that vaccinations are now allowed in New York for people that are 30 plus. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Let me hit a round of applause for
Vax Energy.
Shouts to us 30-year-olds.
Parks is Big Vax Energy. Ice, you can't wait to get vaxxed.
2 days.
Ish, where do you stand on this vax stuff?
I'm cool.
Did you get COVID at all?
I did.
You did? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You might not need it.
So let's dig into this here. So you got COVID.
I did.
And you're still against the vax. Can you please speak into the microphone, sir?
Yeah, I am against the vax. I'm against the vax. You're asking why?
Yeah, just give it to me.
It's too new. It's
one of those.
It's nowhere near tried and tested.
Well, you think this is the beta version that's out? Okay.
Yeah, like again, we rushed to get a vaccine for something that was killing a whole bunch of people. So I understand the urgency. However, I'm not being a guinea pig. And that's literally what they skipped. They skipped the monkey trials. They skipped the guinea pig trials and jumped straight to people. I'm cool. I'll pass.
But what if they didn't skip those? What if they did try it on animals, pigs?
No, they said that they did not.
I get what Ish is saying.
They said that they did
I do
not.
understand
they publicly said
they
that
haven't had time to check the
but you believe
long-term effects of this.
Sure.
You believe what they say in the public? When I went to get one of my more recent COVID tests, the person administering it, I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but they basically told me, yo, man, some of the trials for the vax, they've been running it on blah, 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 and limbs been falling off. It's been nasty shit, so they got a little more ways to go. So, I mean, I say that to say they tested it somewhere, right?
Yeah, no, they have volunteers. Like they were paying people to come.
Right.
Hundreds of thousands of people. I'm pretty sure
they were paying people to do it. Yeah. Again, Brazil, motherfuckers was dropping like flies. Norway, motherfuckers was dropping like flies. I'm cool. So again, the normal vaccine, from what I've read and what I've heard, the normal vaccine takes about 4 years to develop. We did it in 9 months.
Well, it's because the technology for the vaccine was already there. It just had to be tweaked for this particular strain of coronavirus.
Oh, wow.
You think?
Yeah, I kind of do.
So watch this. So now, also in that, glad that you brought up the strains of coronavirus. Now it's 17 new strains.
Yeah, new
99 new
variants
strains.
popping up
Which
every day.
means that the vaccine isn't even as... The efficacy rate of the vaccine is bullshit.
Let me ask you one question. What's your stance on the flu shot?
I never took a flu shot in my life.
Polio vaccine? What? Michael Paul said it. I'm asking. Have you been vaccinated for polio?
I think we all have.
We all have.
Measles, chicken pox.
We all have.
So then what is your argument?
chickenpox.
What's your argument there then? For taking some of the other vaccinations and being so against this one? That's my first argument.
And again, my very first stance was this one is not tried and true. This one has not been
Got
tested
it.
as much as
My-
the others.
Here's my second my second point to you is, and it's awesome that, you know, Americans believe that free thought is a thing. Corey and I have had these conversations a bunch as far as vaccination, where it's like, okay, are you taking the vax? He says, fuck no. I say, fuck no. A week later, a report comes out that says, hey, you can't get your passport updated unless you are vaccinated. You can't get your license renewed unless you are vaccinated. You can't fly places unless you are vaccinated. Just that fast, free thought disappeared.
I agree.
Just that fast, it's, maybe I'll do it if you're leveraging those things against me. You, as someone who travels often, what do you do when they say, unless you are vaccinated, you are stricken to America and America only? Serious question.
No, on the record. I'm from the hood, man. We circumvent things. I'm just telling you. I'm just, yo, how much that cost? I'm dead ass serious. That's my stance. Until they show
You
Bro,
are almost.
I'm
I'm not
45
gonna say how
years
old you
old.
are.
I'm
See,
45.
So you're almost
nigga.
50 years old.
Okay. You
look
asked
great.
me a question.
You're a beautiful guy. You're not gonna be that guy. And Corey's almost 50 years old too, and he definitely faked the vaccination test to go to the Knicks game.
Listen to the snitch rat bastard, yo.
Allegedly. Damn, bro.
Some people think.
Some people think.
But look where we've gotten into, and I trust me, I didn't expect to open up with
watch this, though.
big vax
That's
talk.
unfortunate
But this is great.
that we have to now go to
What do you mean we? You're the unfortunate nigga.
No, I'm saying we collectively.
It ain't we. I'm going to get vaccinated. I'm getting a card. I'm pulling my shit out.
Look,
I'm getting vaxxed.
Unfortunately, people have come to a place where we have to now think outside the box to circumvent some shit that the government is trying to force us to do for our own rights and freedoms. Fuck it. What are you making the face for?
Cause shut up.
I can't go to the Knicks game unless I get vaccinated. What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah.
You sound stupid.
Wait. So my
How?
But think about it. Kids can't go to school if they're not vaccinated.
No, that's
do
not
that,
true.
man.
That's not true.
That you can't.
And
That's not true.
Would you vaccinate your son? Would you vaccinate your daughter? Would you vaccinate your daughter?
Yes. No, I was totally against vaccinating my daughter.
My baby already got shots.
I was
Yes,
totally
she just
against
got her last
vaccinating my
round
daughter.
February 17th.
I was totally against vaccinating my son of any sort, and I didn't want to have the argument with his mom.
Exactly.
So I folded.
Yeah.
But she never came to me to try to discuss my views on it.
Oh,
Nor did
whoa,
she
whoa,
ever
whoa,
take
whoa.
the time to try to understand my views on that. And I'm not sure that culturally she would have even understood some of my views on it.
I want you to
if you want me to
expound
be
on why, though. Why are you so gung-ho for the COVID vaccine, but you are against vaccinating Lex? Same rules apply.
not true for me.
By all means.
I've had COVID.
Okay.
So I've gone to bed and felt like, okay, this might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, shit ain't in order for this to be it. I thought I had another few more.
Not like this.
Yo, once the finality hits, that's what I was just telling y'all all the
Right,
time.
you
Like,
just talking
hey,
about
we
what
could
happened, that
all
conversation.
say, yo, we gonna die one day. We gonna die. But when you get to the day, it's like, damn, did I do this life thing the way it was supposed to be done? So I've had those thoughts. Let me get into it.
Okay.
I've never had the flu and felt that way. I've never had polio and felt that way, wingworm, whatever the things are that you get.
Hopefully
I've never had those things. Knock on wood. Cool.
couldn't
But
have
COVID,
Yeah.
yes. So it puts my belief system at an interesting point. which is my parents, and I've talked to Corey about this, my parents, I want them to rush out and get that COVID test. They're at the age where I'm not going to play like that.
You mean vaccine?
I mean, not COVID test, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The vaccine, they're at the age where I'm not going to play like that. At my age, I might still play like that, but if you're telling me I can't fly, I can't go to the Knicks game, I can't do all of that, cool, I won't. My son, my youngest born, is young enough for me to apply all of the natural immune system stuff to in the event that I didn't trust anything about the government or vaccines, which at my core belief system exists.
I'm in
So just how fast do you see how I have a different point of view for all the people that I love? My oldest son, I would want him to get it.
I gotta tell you this: all the sea moss in the world ain't gonna stop that polio
No.
or that measles. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. Like,
Now you should eat healthy and do
No,
all that
I
shit
get-
and take all them supplements, but certain
Listen.
shit ain't gonna cut it.
Listen, when I
Watch
talk
this.
to my cousin
the
who's
measles
a
aren't going to kill you.
when I speak to
Yeah,
my cousin
well,
who is a doctor,
Children.
when I speak to my cousin who is a doctor, and he reminds me that I have had COVID and have almost
I think measles
felt how
makes
I
your whole
felt.
skin fall off.
My dad has had COVID, felt like he was almost out of here. My cousin's position is, how could you argue against modern medicine?
I have an answer for that.
Answer it and let's move on to something fun.
All right, cool. When people sell pharmaceuticals, right? The pharmaceutical rep comes in, tells the doctor or whatever they tell them, right?
I'm listening.
The doctor that is now basically a carrier of information tells you what the pharmaceutical rep told them.
I'm listening.
So what stops... Let me backtrack. I'm sorry. I'm going to give you an example. Johnson & Johnson for years has been saying X, Y, and Z, right? We now find that products that Johnson &
They
Johnson
didn't
has
tell
been
us they
selling...
were selling cancer.
This is my
They
point.
didn't tell us.
This
yeah.
is my point, right? So Johnson & Johnson has been pushing products for years that doctors didn't mind pushing. Fuck the Johnson & Johnson. We grew up in an era where milk does a body good.
And that's wrong.
It was pushed
Yeah.
our whole entire existence.
Yes.
Milk does a body good. By the government, by the FDA, by everybody
Got
that we are
milk, all
supposed
that.
to
Yeah,
trust.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Milk is bullshit for you, and we all know that now.
Well, they also
so again,
won't,
wait.
we also been raised on soul food. They won't tell us really how bad that is for
this
us
is
as
true.
well.
So my thing, but soul food is your grandmother. Soul food is not the government. Soul food is not the FDA.
That shit bad for
Says you.
you. I love it, but it's bad for you.
Says you. I mean, I don't know where the idea of chitlins came from back in slave
We
day.
do know.
No, we know.
We do
We
know.
know.
though.
We know.
But again,
So that's
these
what-
are
so
not
that's something out of
but these
nothing.
are
So
not-
that's what I'm saying.
These are not
That's where it came
government
from.
So it does
agencies
come from
to
the
whom
government.
we place our faith in.
If all
to
we
have
could
our
get
best-
is, if all we could get is aftermarket intestines of animals, because that's all we're privy to, then that is the government I'm arguing. That ain't my grandma.
No, that's not the government. That's not the government is.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get your
that?
argument.
I get what he's saying.
Come on.
I get what he's saying.
You said if all we're privy to is chitlins from a slave master, once they cut the pig, his intestines are laying on the ground. We picked them up, seasoned them, cooked them, and ate them.
Yo, was
That's
that
the
was
government?
that? Wait, hold on. Let me tell you a story. I don't know if this was you I was talking to. Was this somebody me and Corey was talking to? I don't remember who this person was that was telling this story. This is regurgitated, but I'll give it to you.
Gotcha.
It might have been you, but it can't be you if you have this stance.
Anyway,
Somebody from down south, they family, great grandma or somebody, went to the supermarket to back in the day they used to put the pigs on the line and you had to pick the pig,
Okay.
right? Do you remember who told the story? You had to pick the pig.
It wasn't me, but okay.
All right, got it.
I'm listening.
They had the pigs on the line, and you had to pick the pig back in the day to pick what you wanted, right? And then they would go and chop it up or do whatever they had to do. And when they would do this, they would take the inside, and it was this long rod that they would throw to the side every time. And the guy's great grandma said, "Yo, man, what you doing with that?" And they said, "We're throwing it to the side. This is such and such. It's a waste. There's blah, blah, blah." And the guy's great grandma said, "No, give it to me. Give it to me." And now check the price of oxtail today.
True.
So that's what I'm saying here. Do you follow how that is relative here at all?
Yeah, but I don't see how that makes your stance that the government was responsible for black people eating chicken.
I'm saying we gonna take what we can get and make magic out of it.
That's what we've.
Unfortunately, we're not able to get but so much, and that is government restricted. That's not from anywhere else. That's them taking the farms from us.
I agree, but
that's them changing the farming laws on us. That's them changing the factory laws on us. It's them feeding the dirt different. True. Listen, somebody told me when I went to Mercedes, they was taking a long time in my car. I went out to smoke a cigarette. I came back. He said, if I used to work in Virginia. If I showed you how a cigarette was made, you'd never smoke it again. I said, tell me more. He said, I was on a farmland. All they did is take all of the intestines and shit that nobody wants from the inside of the animal and soil it up and roll it up. And I said, oh my God. Oh my God.
That's wild.
Wait a minute. Wait a second, buddy.
So you smoking some wild shit.
We all are smoking some wild shit. There's a reason why, and we 24 minutes, there's a reason why there's no cigarette commercials.
But again, this is my overall point. At one point in time, the FDA approved it. So what stops us?
The FDA is the FBI and the CIA and all that other shit. So why are you telling me about what they approve? Hey, I cut them niggas a check and they'll approve something.
You're right. So now what the fuck stops in 20 years? The same way they saying milk does a body good 20 years ago. And they telling us to go get COVID stamped. What stops in 20 years? Niggas saying, you know what?
We fucked up.
If you took the COVID-19 vaccine, you could be entitled to a huge lump sum of money. What stops that? I don't trust these bastards. All right, then.
Nothing stops that.
So
it might happen.
That's my reservation for not taking it.
Hey, listen,
you're gonna be dead. Shut up. Wait, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, again.
You don't get to have that reservation.
Why
you?
I'm 45, nigga.
You got a max 50 years left.
Okay. What's your point? I don't understand. I said 20 years, bastard. I didn't say 50. Next topic.
Hey, man, I think anybody who doesn't want to get the vaccine, cool, man. Do what you want to do with your body.
All right.
That's how I feel.
No, I agree.
I am getting my shit because I need to.
My point in saying that.
Everyone's life is different.
My point in saying that was, and I could be wrong, this could be applicable to you, but the next generation is always privy to more information than we were.
Indeed.
Like, listen, when the microwave first came out, I remember having a blast. When we could afford to get a microwave, it was awesome. It wasn't until 25 years after the fact that they said, oh, this is how that food's getting hot in there. And I was like, oh, come on. Come on. Like, that's fucked up. Now you want me to not use the microwave.
Don't stand in front
Parks
of it.
didn't have a microwave for mad years. Listen, chicken wings. I was broke. Chinese joint. I'm there. It wasn't until 25 years later where they was like, yo, man, what's happening to cats?
What the fuck?
Forget it. Come on, let's move on.
Cats don't have
Forget
wings.
it. Let's move on.
So you was eating cat wings?
Hey, that's what they said. That's what they said.
Hey, yo, you was eating,
That's what they said.
Cat wings?
See, and know what's funny about that? Look how the whole room laughed because that's funny. You can't get a chicken wing from a cat. But if somebody tells you at 15 or 16 years old that they're killing cats in back of the Chinese food and putting it in your shrimp fried rice, you will do more investigating.
No,
and
your chicken fried rice.
I might not.
Beef fried rice.
I might not. I'm gonna be honest. I might not.
And in your further
I fuck with Chinese food
investigation,
too good, bro.
you would see
whatever it is.
Oh,
it's good.
chickens, blah blah blah. I just watched the doc on Netflix the other day that I shouldn't have been watching when I was bored. It was about the sea.
Oh,
it was about the sea.
I heard it's dope.
Nah, it's great. So informative. Boy, you feel bad when you see what they're doing to the sharks, when you see what they're doing to the whales, cutting the fins, Hong Kong, blah 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 blah. Like, it's fucked up out there. Yeah. But that's what it is.
I agree.
They're showing you in Hong Kong, them going to the spots where they're selling the shark fins and they're following the chain of shit. Mm-hmm. They're like, yo, cut camera. no record, cut camera. Yeah, they had to go to the spy shop. Shut up, nigga. You stop telling me what I can and can't say. God damn it, just bleep it out. Sitting there all fucking uncomfortable, you and Rory. Enough of this. Listen, they had to go to the spy shop and get a special camera. So they could film what was actually happening.
Oh, like some little secret shit. So they couldn't. Okay.
So I say that to say, yeah, it's funny. You can't get a chicken wing out of cats.
But if you
but
did,
when you see something that makes you investigate
I gotta be
further.
Honest. I gotta be honest.
Come on, let's talk about some fun shit.
There's some fun shit on your screen right there. You niggas gotta stay out of elevators, man. When you beefing.
Oh shit!
All right. I don't know what to say
Is
here.
this breaking news?
Yeah.
This is breaking news. This story is all over the place. I know a few of the people involved. I'll try to speak about it respectfully, of course, no pun intended. Seems to be a lot of aftermath from the Saweetie appearance on the Respectfully Justin show on Revolt with Justin Laboy. That seems to have spawned a breakup between Quavo and Saweetie, which seems to have birthed them both giving their respective sides of things. And in that, we're getting conversations leaked and we're getting footage now leaked of an altercation between Quavo and Saweetie inside of an elevator. I haven't seen this footage. I haven't seen it. If there's something domestic that happened here, I apologize. I haven't seen it to speak on it. I don't know what's inbounds or out of bounds yet. But that is what is going on.
This looks bad.
There are rumors swirling that there was an altercation in Atlanta between Justin Laboy and either Migos or Migos affiliates. I would use this time as a salacious moment to call Justin Laboy myself to find out, but that wouldn't tell me anything. I did reach out to Justin Laboy to say, hey, are you good? He said, yes, sir. That didn't tell me anything.
What he supposed to say? Nah,
That didn't
man.
tell me anything.
They put foot to ass.
That told me that he was good. On the way here, Ice shows me a video of Quavius posting something that said, sometimes things have to get straightened out.
A little straightening.
A little straightening is all it was.
Yeah, but this elevator scene don't look like a good straightening.
No, I don't think it was about
that. Okay. Oh, you're talking
No,
about
I think the straightening
Was
caption was toward the Justin stuff.
yeah, that right there.
Sometimes.
Don't none get straightened but straightened.
Don't none get straightened, but straightened is what he said. I think that's cryptic, but I understand what he's saying and where he's going with that.
I get it. I'm not.
Now, react. How do we feel about this?
Well, which part? Because there's a lot of shit going on. Right
How
now.
do you feel
All right,
about any of what's going on?
What did Justin Laboy do that was worth straightening?
I agree with that.
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know. He might have been curly and needed his ass straightened out. I don't know. I'm saying
It's
what
Justin Laboy's show that Saweetie featured on with her ex, allegedly.
Right.
But why does that
That
mean
got
you gotta,
things a little saucy.
why does that mean you got to beat up Justin Laboy though?
Why don't you?
See, because you in a relationship.
Why
Let's,
don't?
let's do it. Let's do it.
Why don't you?
You go to your fiance and say, "Yo, I don't want you to do this show with your ex." She wants to do it.
Okay.
That's an argument in the house.
Of course.
Correct.
Indeed.
So what do you mean? I don't understand what you
So
mean.
why you beating up
Where
Justin
did
Laboy?
Justin
because he was
Laboy
there.
get his ass whipped?
Oh wait, okay. Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
all.
Okay, so she did the show.
Unless there was something that happened behind the scenes or
Well,
something.
let's talk about it. You did the show, and now you know that I am her significant other. And what if I feel like your line of questioning might have been
Inappropriate.
misleading,
No,
inappropriate,
beef is still with her.
playing.
disrespectful?
You was playing. You was playing.
You was
But
doing a
playing
lot.
with me.
Wait, cool. That's how I felt there. Then she left. The show was over. Rumors of our breakup went out. You've been getting saucy on your Instagram about our breakup, my role in it. You posting the memes.
Bro,
You having a blast.
You did a whole
I don't
fucking media
follow him.
rollout.
I don't
mean,
follow
you
him,
did
so-
a press
Yeah,
run.
yeah, it's-
You're doing a press
he
run.
made a lot of posts.
Well, you get straightened out.
He has a show, so he should be doing a press run.
But
He has a brand new show that's a hit.
Okay, but what?
Was he talking
It's a hit.
crazy?
The show has done 500,000, 1 million both times out. The show is a smash.
Was he talking crazy about Quavo during any of that?
Well, who are you asking?
He just
the
said he was
general
making
perception.
a bunch of memes and
If you're
jokes
asking
and all of that other
Quavo,
shit.
if you're asking Quavo,
Again,
then the answer is yes.
I'm with Quavo
in,
on the ass whooping.
in my song "Only Human," there was a dude in the third verse running around with some old work of mine. He was getting extra with it. I wanted to do something to him, not because I wanted her. He was just real extra with it. This was real extra. If you're a man and you've been in this spot, I don't see how you don't understand his position.
I get it.
No. Again, I didn't know what had transpired.
Well,
But
now
I-
that you know,
Yeah.
where do you stand?
Again,
on
if
this?
he was talking slick, he needed some straightened out. If you were making a joke out of my situation, my breakup, my et cetera, and you are being disrespectful, you handle what comes along with that.
Even before that, you sitting here, your line of question. You know, this is my girl. You know, you how can I say it?
It's do's and don'ts. It's do's and don'ts. It's do's and don'ts.
There we go.
And when you cross that line, then you handle.
You have
what
to
comes
deal
ac-
with that.
I agree.
You got to deal with what comes with that.
But my stance on that is, let's just say hypothetically, I've always had this stance. If I catch my girl coming out the hotel with the dude, I don't know the dude.
Okay.
I'm not fighting the dude.
Yes, you are.
I promise you,
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
I was when I was.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
not fighting
Yes,
the
you are.
dude.
Yes, you are.
Let me-
I fought
okay,
the dude.
hold on.
I fought the
Okay,
dude
hold
when
on.
I was like 18 years old. But as a grown man, I'm not
as a
fighting the
grown
dude.
man,
My beef is
I
with the
agree. But
girl.
let me ask you a
I
question.
don't know.
Wait, time out. You have fought the dude.
I have never fought.
You have been in this exact situation.
And nothing happened to the dude. Not one thing. I looked at the nigga
Why?
like, what? He said he
Why
didn't want
didn't
no,
it-
he didn't want no problems.
But what if he was with
So that's a
Listen,
fucking contradiction.
watch
What are you
this. No,
talking about?
no.
Pressing the dude and fighting the
That's-
dude is different.
No, listen to
Oh,
what.
come
No, that's
on.
not true.
No,
Watch
because
this.
the only difference is the dude's
Let me
That is
hear it.
not-
Let me hear it. Let me hear
speak.
it. Let me hear it.
If I catch my girl coming
I
out the
know.
hotel,
If you was there and I was there.
you weren't there. But if I catch
Yeah,
my
nah.
girl coming out
You
the
asked me
hotel
to pull
with
up.
a
It
dude,
wasn't to talk to her. Hey, you asked me to
where's
pull
he
up.
come up with these
You
stories?
asked me to pull up, and it
Damn,
wasn't to
you
speak to
come with
her
the
together.
fabrication.
Hey,
Let me
wait.
finish my
And,
story.
no, I'm not gonna let you lie.
Let him finish the story.
And
Yo,
we was in a
let him-
strip
Let
club.
him finish.
Oh, I didn't even. I forgot that time.
Tell us
Oh, so it's
story.
happened
did I
multiple
do?
times.
Get your shit off.
No, I didn't do nothing.
Speak to him.
All right, so watch this. If I catch my girl,
Yes.
coming out of a hotel with a dude, I don't have a problem with the dude if I don't know him. Now, if I know you, that's a situation. If I don't know you, you have not done anything disrespectful to me at all.
Can I just ask you one question on that?
Shoot.
You might not know him. He knows you. He
He
knows.
does not.
I'm asking you.
He might
See?
know. No.
Don't ignore.
That
Don't
changed
ignore.
things.
I want to answer.
Then let it. Yeah.
He might know she has a man.
No, I didn't
No,
say no.
no.
I didn't say that. I didn't say.
He knows ish.
Yes,
Yes.
he knows. He know. He
Yes.
know that's his chick.
Yo, I have been with Ish through
Yo,
this.
this guy's nuts.
I'm
me
asking
talk.
you to
Can I
answer-
talk?
No, you
let him
can't
answer
talk
the
because you're about to
question.
lie.
Let him
finish
answer-
my
let me
story.
lie.
Let him finish the story.
Let me lie.
Answer my question though. Answer my question. Please.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Can I talk? Can I talk
don't.
now?
He don't know me.
Ish.
He don't owe me shit.
Ishmael.
We've all fucked a nigga's wife or girl in this room.
I'm with Ish on this one.
Allegedly,
Unless
I
he's like my man's or something like
Yeah,
that.
like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
So
Can I
watch
talk?
this.
Can I
Watch
talk?
No,
I
let me
don't-
finish
why he
my
won't let me
stance.
talk?
Let me finish my stance. I know what it is. If I popping a nigga's girl, I know she got a man. If you get caught cheating by your man, that's on you.
All right.
Are you crazy?
Let me ask you another question, Ish. You since you said everyone has popped somebody's girl.
You
wife,
know
et
he
cetera.
fucked a lot of niggas'
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
Yo, do y'all hear
His
him?
stance is-
He has
is
fucked
wild.
a lot of niggas' girls.
Yes, you have.
In my life, absolutely I have.
When else will we be
I
talking
didn't
about
expect
Ish?
us to really get this far into this topic. We just totally derailed. Ish, let me talk for 2 seconds. You have had this argument because you've spoken to me about this argument. And I have felt the same, so I've had this argument in my life as well. When a girl that we've been intimate with starts fucking with a new dude, and now the new dude knows our identity and they keep his secret from us, that's an issue. That's a safety issue.
It is, indeed.
And
Indeed.
we, because we real niggas, we say something to the girl. Yo, man, what the fuck are you doing over there? If I'm in a club and your dude comes
I
out
don't
and
know
he
what
knows
I'm-
my
yes.
face
Right.
and I don't know his
That
face,
is what took place.
you what do you want us to fight?
No, you're putting. Yes, this is all right. So watch this. What he's speaking on happened to me. I wasn't even fucking the girl. This is I hadn't seen the girl in
work.
literally years.
Old work.
Okay.
I hadn't seen her. Like I hadn't placed my eyes on her in years. I don't even know what her dude looks like.
I'm gonna do you one worse than whatever he is saying.
Right? The nigga comes up. I don't even know who you are. The nigga put his hand out. I'm going to shake the nigga hand like, oh, what up, dog? Like, you know niggas know your face from being in the spot.
Hey.
I'm thinking he's one of them.
I don't know what
Nigga like,
version
yo.
of a story that Ish is telling. That may be a separate time, maybe.
No, you were there that time.
In my version, you went up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
All you was doing was going to take a piss.
Yes.
Dude came up to me
After
my ass.
No, he came up to you after me and him got into our little rift, right? They pulled me in a room. He then goes up to Joe and says, Joe, can I talk to you outside? Joe says, no.
No, you can't talk to me outside.
Not knowing who the
fuck
nigga
are you?
is.
You the nigga. My man is piping your girl. Guess what? I don't even speak to my man about the girls he pipe. I don't even really talk to this nigga outside of strip club night. What you want me to say? And if you touch me again, I'm going to do something to you, and it's not for him. It's not for my man. Why? I'm here to look at ass. So you understand that point of view.
The dude's point of view? No, I don't.
Mine too, goddammit.
I don't understand his stance.
All right.
I totally disagree with his stance.
So back to this. You disagree.
let's get back to this.
You disagree with the Migos.
No, I
possibly
don't.
kicking
I don't
Justin
disagree.
Laboy ass.
If Justin Laboy stepped out of pocket and said some shit he wasn't supposed to say,
you would've
or
straightened
did some
out.
shit he wasn't supposed to do, or try to ridicule these niggas in their time of breakup, he deserved Merry Fistmas. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? No.
See, I'm only looking from A and B. I didn't see I don't follow Justin on Instagram, so I don't know if he's posting disrespectful shit.
Stupid.
But if they just beat him up
Merry
for being on the
Fistmas.
show,
No, but
then that's kind of crazy.
Exactly. Now, if you just beat him up because your girl came on the show talking about niggas she used to fuck or whatever the case may be, and you approach him with that, no, handle
That's
that
her.
with your chick.
Yeah.
What if he did handle that with his chick and I want to kick your ass too just because I'm still tight?
Again, if these niggas did not if Justin Laboy did not disrespect these dudes, you tight on your own.
Hey, you ever been in love before, Ish?
Yes.
Okay.
The real love too.
Yeah, the real love.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
one
I-
where you looking yourself in the mirror like, what the fuck are you doing? That one.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Some of our-
Brian McKnight sitting in the dark by yourself.
Some of
all
our,
of that, nigga.
some of our women audience, while we're on the topic, want to know if you have a significant other, one, and two, if you do, can she fight?
Yeah, I've seen that question.
That has been a question.
No, they really want to know.
They asked me that, and I'm
They've
like,
been like, yo,
I
can she
don't
fight?
know if his girl can fight. I can't speak to that. Maybe you can't. I don't know.
Just don't have to answer that question.
That's all
I
right.
mean, that's just something the people they want to know.
Just don't have to answer that.
As your lawyer,
All right.
I advise you to plead the fifth.
I'm supposed to answer if my girl can fight. Well, really.
Well, they want to know: are you faithful,
Anyway.
and can she fight? Now, I won't tell them. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yo, I don't know if any of my friends are faithful. I don't know if they're good men. I don't know any of those
Jesus
things.
Christ.
No, because people be thinking because you see me with somebody that I
That you
know
know
about
all
them,
of their
I
life.
can't
That's
vouch for these
That is true.
dudes. I don't know what y'all do.
Fifths all around.
You know I'm a stand-up guy.
Everyone pleading the fifth today. I like it.
That's a little vice versa with that too, Joe.
What?
You know, as your friend, we catch a lot of hell for shit you do.
That's
and,
a big fact.
and it's like,
Oh, y'all was trying to tell me that's what was the good topic. That I don't know if I should save that or what. Y'all was trying to tell me I changed with money
yeah,
earlier.
Serious?
yeah. We said that. You absolutely changed.
That's where we're going right now.
Yeah,
You have admitted
just jumped
that
right
you
into
changed
that.
with money.
When?
Let's go into that at a different time.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Let's see that on
yeah.
Patreon or
We can
something.
save that.
Yeah.
Back on that. Back
you
on the
think- feel
ass.
like that
straight,
about me?
I like that verbiage.
What verbiage?
What's that?
Some straightening out. Niggas need.
Yeah,
I'm feeling that. Niggas
some act right.
Word.
That's all.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Niggas need some back.
Thank God.
They ain't released that verbiage
Hey.
when one of theirs got straightened out, though.
That's also.
I mean, you wouldn't release that.
And
verbiage.
that verbiage is gonna look bad when that elevator footage makes its rounds.
When a noted real one did some straight.
Gave them some act right.
This ain't.
Corey.
Yeah, you don't get
I
points.
don't
You
know
don't get
anything
points for
about-
that.
I
I
don't
get
know
it.
Hey, Corey,
anything about
the
any of
nigga that
that.
gets in the act right, they not gonna get on public TV and say, "Yeah, I got straightened out." Fuck you talking
Yeah,
about?
but wait a minute.
And
But
because-
even with what Corey is saying, what I like about the Migos is they'll scrap. Like
Yeah.
win or
respect that.
lose,
You gotta
who
respect that.
cares?
I respect that.
You'll scrap. Thank God they spared me. Thank God Joe was spared the fisticuffs, Merry Fistmas.
Yo,
as
honestly-
it says, because they got up ready to take them cufflinks off and serve me up.
It was the Versace blouses. Because of that, they let you slide. They didn't want
I got
to
a
ruffle their
pass.
feathers.
I thank God about some of the passes I've got. Thank you, Quavius and Takeoff
Yeah, they was
and
on you.
Offset. Those my guys though. I like that.
They was
You
on
like
your
what?
ass that day.
That they spared me. I had an award show, with my little white shirt on. You kidding me? With our $200 security there, the fuck we was gonna do? I could have took him. I could have took our security.
I remember
look.
that was the first time
Them
a lot
niggas
of people
stood
saw.
up, Act wasn't gonna help me. Nadeska wasn't gonna help me. It was
they'd have
gonna
got
be
you.
me getting pummeled.
Nah, they'd have got you.
Thank God, I've been pummeled before though, but now the nigga with some star belts on.
Look,
Man, if you get an ass whooping,
look, them niggas was ready to tighten you right on up.
It's true.
Yeah, you was gonna get straightened out.
There's another one that popped up.
Yeah,
That was the
That
straightening.
Look, and
That was the
he got
straightening.
aggressive with me too.
That was the straightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was gonna get right straightened out.
They spared me. Thank the
they
Lord.
did. Uh-huh.
What else is happening that needs our opinion? Nothing really needs our opinion. No, not
jumped
this.
over
Don't
Deshaun
take
Watson.
don't take me to this
Deshaun
yet.
Watson.
Get that out of here.
Deshaun Watson, y'all want to get to?
It looked bad.
I don't see what looks bad.
This.
It's bad.
That doesn't look.
When it
anything
was
bad.
like 2, I thought, all right, that's just.
I don't care if it was
someone
27 of them,
fucking
it
with
don't look bad
leverage.
to me.
19 people.
Bruh, Deshaun Watson has been touted for how pristine his image was, how good he was, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
The second he's demanding a fucking trade,
Still nigga.
19.
Still nigga.
still a
19.
nigga.
Still nigga.
Still a nigga.
That's all I take.
It's
from
gonna be
that.
29 in a minute.
Probably
yeah.
so.
Yo, the one girl, the report that I saw, the girl said basically,
This guy, right? Hey, and that's what's funny. He gonna disrupt the pod, then go build a house, and not have nothing to do with the pod. And I got to sit there and deal with some of these opinions.
no, I'm giving let me speak.
Get your shit off.
If he did something inappropriate, right, that is proven, he needs to be punished for it.
Of course.
Right? What I saw was a whole bunch of innuendo. Like the one girl says, yo, she was giving him a massage, right? He got erect and started pumping in the air.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You get a charge for that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
You can't hump
high,
the air
nigga?
in the
Yo,
massage
you are a
parlor.
monster.
It's not a criminal charge.
Yo, y'all need to be arrested. Yes, you do. Nigga,
Coming from the nigga that wears no drawers and sweatpants to the strip
you
club.
can't arrest me for that.
You can't arrest him for
Hey,
pumping in the air.
I'm going
neither,
tonight with no drawers on and some sweats. You cannot arrest Joe. Now, with that said, if I'm sitting here and we pardon, I just sit up and start gyrating my hips in the air with
Busting
no
nuts.
music playing,
I'm
coming
leaving.
on myself.
I'm leaving.
And you're calling the police on me. Yes,
wait.
you are.
In this report, he was pumping the air and busted. For that alone,
I didn't know he
you
busted.
didn't even
Which
get
I
no
don't believe.
contact.
Which I
didn't know
do
he
not
busted.
believe.
He just busted the
I don't
air, jerked
believe.
him off.
Yes, that's
Nah,
what
I'm not rolling.
There you go.
Oh
Sorry,
my
I'm not
God.
rolling. There you go.
I'm saying.
Joe's been to a massage parlor.
I want sponsors and ads.
I don't believe it.
Yo, at some point,
Come on.
you have to play the advertising game. These takes are not getting it there. There's award shows coming. This shit we need in on, man.
We not podding now.
Oh my God. Y'all doing too much fucking podding, novices. You can't come on here and just be honest.
That's what happened when you bring us
You
on here,
can't
bro.
just be honest about your opinion.
Damn, this nigga said, yo, the pod's gonna go on. He's gonna be off building houses. And we gonna get shut down.
Yo, all right. You've been to a massage parlor.
I have.
Ice, have you?
Yes.
I have. Parks, have you?
Of course.
Savon, have you?
And
Corey?
I've dated a masseuse.
All right, Parks, you did.
Do some stuff.
Like, no, she coming home.
You better shut your white mouth.
Okay. And you would say you dated a masseuse.
Yeah, I know that they encounter a bunch of creepy activity all the fucking time.
I'm sure.
Now, if I'm siding with Parks, which on half of this I am, I know women that have gone to massage parlors and been sexually abused and assaulted, and they live with that.
I'm sure.
That's
That-
a regular thing for
I'm sure.
I know.
masseuses.
I'm sure.
That shit comes up a lot.
So when the Deshaun Watson stuff comes up, granted, no one is saying that those things happened where you forced yourself on someone, right? I haven't read
there
that.
has been a couple accusations that he tried to force them to perform oral sex or whatever.
Okay.
Force the masseuse
Like he like
to
push their head down type shit.
some shit
Okay.
like that, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Allegedly. I don't, this is all.
I'm just, yeah, I get it.
After 90 minutes, Watson asked to extend his session for another hour.
Please speak into the microphone, sir.
She continued to work on only his quads, inner thighs.
Oh, this is
and
what I
abdomen.
read. Now, this is the young lady. Let me brief the audience. This is a young lady that
You're
is
rubbing
not.
on his
Hold up.
thighs.
Ish.
Well, that's-
Oh, you can't. We're blocking all of him out here. That's fucking crazy. Ish. Let me talk for a minute. The young lady that's giving this testimony on Sports Illustrated is not a part of the lawsuit. She is not suing as of today, and Sports Illustrated has gone out of their way in an attempt to corroborate, vet her story, and validify it. They even document such as they go on.
Quick question.
She says,
Hold on, quick question. How did they find her if she's not a part of the lawsuit? Like, did she reach out to them, or like how does
according to Sports
find
Illustrated,
this
they've
person?
been in touch with her before any of this Deshaun Watson stuff even broke, for whatever the reason be.
Well, she
So
said.
they
I think
say.
she said that she is a massage therapist for pro athletes, kind of as a career. Like that's her shit.
Okay.
She is a massage therapist.
Got it.
She has her own. She runs her own business. Has her own massage parlor in Houston. The name of that parlor and her name have been withheld for anonymity purposes, of course. She goes on to say that she has a contract with a third party masseuse that the masseuse will send people over to her. She does the massage. They take the cut. Blah blah blah. You've seen this movie before. She said it's typical that she finds out who these people are 15 minutes before the massage. That's totally normal.
Yep, sound about right.
She said Deshaun Watson came with rules such as he needs to be brought up through a back door, 1, and 2, instead of the standard sheet. He preferred a towel. According to her and Sports Illustrated, that's the same testimony of many of the victims, is that he didn't want the sheet. You know the sheet that they give us. He wanted a towel. Now, as soon as I read that, I imagined, because I've been there, a towel in there. Listen, your dick gets hard.
And massage. That's
Your dick
that's
gets hard.
Kind of normal. Yeah.
normal.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with your dick getting hard. There is something wrong when you invite the person to touch it, move it, work around it, speak to it. That's not what you're there for.
Right.
I imagine that if your dick is hard and you don't have a bath sheet, like if you're dealing with a towel,
Right.
it's not much wiggle room. Your dick will be exposed at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
I
it's true.
imagine that. So I see where this could get really creepy.
Or it could get gray. I totally.
So now he's laying on his back, as is her testimony. At some point, he removes the towel, says it's itching him, and he's asking her to work around his penis bare. This is not like anything she's used to. She continues, because who fucking knows when you're in that spot?
Yeah.
And
I
now you have many women that are making the claim of you get in the massage parlor and start going crazy. You can't go crazy in the massage
I
parlor.
concur.
It's also kind of weird that he's had like however many 19 different masseuses at this point. That's kind of excessive.
This same chick.
That's kind of weird.
Look, no, this same chick said that he hit her up again, right? And he totally forgot
Yes, she said
that
that. Yes.
he had seen her before.
2 more times after.
That this had transpired with her. He totally forgot.
Yes.
So they said that he either gets a shitload of massages and that's his thing.
Well, that's a pretty normal thing, I would imagine, for a pro
I agree.
athlete.
But she said that basically she had to send him a clip of a conversation that they had to remind him that he had seen her before. And then she said he just stopped hitting her up.
See, that's weird.
Yeah, that's very weird. That sounds like
Having-
shit she know.
Having
or
20-something different
she not with the
masseuses.
fuck shit, so I'm going to holler at somebody else.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
If all of this is true, and at this point, I'm going to assume that it is because I believe women. But if all of this is true, my issue is not only with Deshaun Watson and his behavior, but it's with all of the people that were complicit in suppressing this.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying
Because
before.
if this existed, then
They
it
knew.
existed and some people knew. And when he's tried to buck the system, we
pull the sheet
we
back.
unleash the fouls.
and that's what I think.
And I have an
happened.
issue
I agree
with
with
That's the
all parties
organization.
involved.
That's what I said. That's the to me. This is the organization.
I agree.
While when we love you, we'll protect you.
We're going to protect you.
And
And the
what
second
they-
that you want
and
to
the
break,
second-
can't.
exactly.
we're
We
gonna
got to
let-
remind you who
This
you
is
are.
true.
Still, nigga.
Stay in your place, boy. That is true.
Oh, you think you can beat the system? Let me show you something.
I agree.
All that
Which
shit
would
we
make-
held on you.
Yes.
Now
agree.
we throw it
Which
out
would
there.
make the organization, in my mind,
complicit.
maybe not equally nasty, but nasty in their own right.
if not more.
I'd say more.
If not more.
I'd say more because go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's the same thing as when you find out
when they killed Joe Paterno for knowing about his man.
Exactly. Look, police brutality, right? And so there'll be instances like it was one in Bloomfield where these cops snatched this kid out of a car, they beat him up, and they lied on a report saying that he tried to grab their gun, that he punched one of them, et cetera, et cetera. They had 2 pieces of footage. It was 2 cars, right? For like a year and some change. The boy was about to do a 7 with a 5, a 7 with a 3. Like he was about to go to jail. Wow. Right? A reporter snooped, found the original footage from one of the other car cams, right? And brought it forward. In my opinion,
I wonder if that's what they based the Life for Life episode on.
No, the chief of police, all of them need to be fired.
I'm not caught up on that.
Right? All of them need to be fired, in my opinion. Not just the cops
I agree.
that conducted the act. Yeah. Everybody that
played a role in covering it up.
Yeah. It went to Internal Affairs twice.
They don't do shit.
And they exonerated the cops of any wrongdoing, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So when it finally hit the fan, everybody involved needs to go to jail.
While we're here, let me ask you guys.
Then I got a point on that.
Well, go ahead before I take
why I say the organization, if they were doing that cover-up shit, should be held responsible and probably even worse than him, because you might not get to 19 people if they step in soon as they find out.
Fair.
That's my point. Like,
fair. I still think that the person committing the crime is still nastier than the people covering it up.
But if this is brought to their attention and they conduct an investigation, rather than this is our star, we're going to hide this, you just protected 18 other people.
Right.
Or however many other people. Instead, you hide it, you allow him to keep doing it. Yeah. That's a bigger problem.
It's not nastier if the people covering it up make it possible for the crime to be committed.
You said what?
Is that a question or a statement?
No, it's a statement. It's not nastier. You said it's nastier the person committing the crime.
I think the person that's committing the crime is still the nastiest person in the equation.
And I agree with Ice.
I think
not
they're equal.
If the person that's covering up
I think they're
is enabling the person to commit the crime.
Yeah, they can stop that.
Yeah.
And then
like an addict is an addict is an addict. An addict is going to addict no matter what you try to do. If they're not ready to submit and they haven't hit their rock bottom, an addict is going to addict the end of that. Now, the person that is enabling that person, I'm not the moral police, but
I agree.
Me either.
It's
just 2 ways of looking at it. And
both pretty bad.
I think that the main guy. But carry on.
Yeah.
While we're here, what do you stand on Cuomo? And just real quick.
I have not kept up with that story.
In what regards?
Cuomo, same thing as Deshaun Watson.
A bunch of coming
similar,
out, right?
Yeah, a bunch of
again,
powerful man beefed with Trump. Allegations came out. They want him to step down.
The same thing.
True or not, he has to step down. Right. True or not, he has to step down. It don't even matter.
And that's unfortunate. Now, again, even in Deshaun's instance, I want to be clear in saying if he did violate somebody in any given time, he deserves to be held accountable for that,
of course,
and punished for that, right? However, we've seen this fold out a bunch of different times, right? Same thing with Cuomo. He was last year. They were talking about Cuomo
running for president. I know.
Yeah, he was the best shit since sliced bread last year.
He was the star politician of 2020.
That I remember,
right? Yeah. And so now all of a sudden you might have crossed the wrong motherfucker, right? And now, cool, whatever dirt we.
If either one of these gentlemen are guilty, arrest these heathens, get them off of the street, and remove them from position.
I agree.
Plenty of times I've gone in the masseuse parlor horny. You can't just gyrate your hips in the air and jerk your dick and come on your stomach and expect the person to work on you. I'm sorry, you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You are a weirdo.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Because they have places where you can go and that's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
That's the nutsy part. Right? This is the nutsy part. Yeah. You could just literally go hire a masseuse that gets busy.
With that.
Correct.
Easy to find with that bag.
And you can just ask.
And
you can just simply
ask.
You go into somebody's professional
you're a multi-millionaire. You can find a motherfucker that will come massage every part of your body.
But that's what Shorty is saying in this interview. She's like, hey, I'm damaged doing this job for the rest of life now. Like
mentally.
Yeah. Could you
I've
imagine?
never been in that spot. And reading it as a man, I'm like, he didn't rape you, he didn't do nothing. What spot you never been in? And then she goes on to say, I've never been in a situation where a dude just threw his towel, invited me to his dick. I'm professional. I do athletes. I've been here, and I've never gone through this before. Some of the women that I know that have been sexually abused in that same situation, their experience going to a spa now for the rest of life is different.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it ain't as simple as, hey, we on vacation. It's 3:00 good.
Nah.
Let me dig into this. Who is it? Who's there? I'm fighting cases. It gets nuts.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, man.
She said
it's nuts.
He had pre-cum on his stomach.
Yeah. You can't do that. And listen, I'm the pre-cum king. You cannot do that around someone that doesn't want that.
Nobody wants to know about
we don't need to know that much. We good.
What makes you
I thought y'all just assumed I was the king of certain
the pre-cum
shit.
king?
Oh, you think I crown myself? You don't think the ladies say, damn.
This 2-minute nigga.
Let's take a break.
They over there like, damn. Look, the ladies over there like, damn, this nigga wet.
Word.
That's not something to be just.
that's.
I said we're gonna take a break. Right back. Commercial after this commercial. We're gonna get right here. You heard? All right. So during the commercial break, somehow we got back to Justin Laboy and Saweetie and all of that stuff. We do have other shit to get to off of this, but what were we just saying?
I was just saying that I still agree with him getting some act right. I'm with it.
Yeah,
that's all.
I didn't know that.
He didn't know that
Homeboy was the co-host.
Yeah,
and they was talking saucy.
They can't get the homeboy.
Oh, he's get to.
No, they can't get the homeboy.
All right, listen. Let's move on, right?
Yeah.
To some other relationship drama. I'll present you gentlemen with the situation. You tell me how you would respond.
Let's do it.
All right.
We are at Fujiano versus Trey Songz.
Okay.
I can't give you too much background on Fujiano because I'm 40 years old. But Fujiano is Renee Rucci's
I didn't even
boyfriend. Renee Rucci is a female rapper affiliated with QC. Her boyfriend's Fujiano. I'm not certain who he is.
Let me just let you know, Fujiano is signed to Gucci's So Icy Entertainment.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay,
him and Pooh Shiesty were the feature artists on the new was it 1017 records? Yeah. Okay. So that's
that helps me a bit because I mean I don't know much about him, but he's a very well dressed gentleman.
I'll give you a little bit more about him, just so you know the type of person he is.
Give it to me.
Fujiano got arrested for, I forget what the trial, I think it was a shootout or something he was involved in. I could be wrong on that part, but as soon as he made bond, he burnt the ankle bracelet off. This is all true. Went on the run and continued flicking it up for the gram the entire time. So just a little background on the type of person.
A nigga that don't give a fuck. Okay.
Well, Ice just answered so many questions for me because I remember seeing him because I like how he dresses. Well-dressed guy. Then he went away to jail, and I wasn't certain why he went away to jail. But okay, good to know now. And now Trey Songz has Insta-snapped a picture of his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. No words. I didn't see a caption.
Of his own girlfriend?
Of Renee Rucci.
Rucci.
Fuji's girlfriend. Fujiano's girlfriend.
He didn't put any words.
Didn't put any words. Didn't
was
put
it
a
emoji?
caption. He just put a beautiful picture of her. She's a beautiful woman. Mm-hmm. She is a beautiful woman. And that caused Fujiano to threaten Trey Songz from the jail phone.
Yeah.
And say, yo, when I see you, it's up. I'm beating your ass. I'm fucking you up. I'm fucking your security up.
From the jail phone.
From the jail phone.
A little bit more info.
That's what he said.
Yep.
Trey Songz then replied with, ha.
Imagine that.
Like you would if you're a man. Imagine that. Picture that. Dudes, it's funny.
Yeah,
Get out your feelings. Ain't no money in there. All the things that a Trey Songz would say. So here I am to ask you, gentlemen. I'll start with Parks.
Shoot.
Somebody put your fiance in their Insta story.
Uh-huh.
No caption. She's just a beautiful woman.
She is.
They admire her and adore that and recognize that as well. Your response to that is what?
Someone that I don't know.
An artist, yeah, that you do not know, that has never met you or your fiance.
I'm not sure how I would act. Honestly, I'm not sure.
I'll toss it to Ish here. Oh wait, you're not done. Give it to me.
I would probably say hello in the DM in some type of way. What's up?
You would say hi to the guy.
I would say, yeah.
I love this.
What's up?
Just letting you know I'm around.
Yeah, I'm around. That's it.
So you
Right,
would
Joe?
reply to
what's going on?
the
That's
guy
it.
from jail.
He hear me. He heard me.
Well, from jail is
That's what you would
that's a
say.
different.
jail.
That's a different.
All right, so you would reply to the guy and say, "Yo,
I've never been to jail, so
yo,
I'm
it's me.
around.
That's my girl. She's fine. Thank you. I appreciate
you
you.
like her too?
All right, I see where you're going with that. All right, Ish.
I'm not saying a thing. He put a picture up of my girl that my girl probably posted on a social media platform herself.
I'm with Ish on that.
He don't
didn't do
have
nothing.
my girl in his house on his couch.
Today.
Exactly. And again, back to our original point.
What if your girl likes him?
If she went on that couch, she went on there on her own accord.
And my beef is with her and not with him.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. No, if she likes you, my beef is with you too. I don't have a beef with you if she's still my girl.
Then you call your girl on the jail call and she got his music playing in the
Word.
background.
Yeah, it's a
You know what I'm saying?
slightly
Like,
different
shit
situation
can
though.
happen.
From my,
You know, Mr. Steal Your Girl
Yeah,
is
like,
playing
yeah.
of all people.
It's a different situation from if someone finds Rem, who has a pretty discreet public profile. That's different from someone who has a massive Instagram following. In that situation, you kind of got to just
You gotta
know,
it come
Your
with it.
girl
Yeah.
posts the pictures of
Correct.
herself.
Correct.
Right? She's in the entertainment industry
Correct.
in some form or fashion.
Yeah,
That's gonna happen.
That's
gonna
her,
happen.
right?
Yeah.
You can't fight every dude to think your girl is
Yeah,
fine.
like
Yeah.
that's my thing.
That's
like,
my own
Now
thing.
again,
Your girl is
if
fine. She's fine.
She's a pretty girl. So again, he just posted her.
You got to be a little bit
Yeah,
more
but you
secure
can't
too.
be
Yeah.
Mr.
You
Steal
gotta be
Your
secure.
Girl and post my girl.
You gotta.
Nah,
See,
you
that's
can't
where
be
it's
that.
tricky.
You know what? That is a
Because
little-
why are you
That's where it's
posting my
tricky.
girl?
Because you're doing that for a
if
reason.
you
That is
Mr.
funny.
Steal
No,
my...
that's funny. If you know she's my girl and you put her in your Insta story, you low key being disrespectful. All right.
High key, and I'm locked
No,
up.
it's high key.
It's high
It's high
key.
key.
Drake's
It's high
girl
key.
thought that Drake would never be as big as Trey Songz. Boy, was she wrong.
Look, again,
I'm just saying what he said.
we know
Because you
What I'm
got to be in the top 1% to come off the fight on that end. Hey, you were wrong. I'm bigger than him.
Yeah.
Ha! Oh, everybody don't get that off.
Nah, that's true. But again,
When Trey Songz liked Tahiri, that was the end.
of
You was dead, nigga.
I'm asking.
But you asking me something that you was there
No,
for.
I'm asking what was the end
I'm
of.
asking you why you asking me something you was there for.
The listeners don't know.
The listeners do know.
Refresh their memory.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
No
yeah.
need. No need.
I forgot.
That was the end.
No, what happened?
Okay.
What happened?
he lived up to his title.
Oh, Trey. Ooh, he robbed you.
I don't know what y'all laughing at. What are y'all laughing at?
I'm asking you, did he steal your girl?
I've been in bouts with men where I lost the bout.
So is that
Do
a
you
yes?
think you haven't been?
Niggas stole, nah. Nobody ever stole my
Yeah!
No, I haven't.
All right. Lucky you.
All right.
Lucky you.
I haven't had
is-
many girlfriends.
Lucky you is all I'm saying.
Lying.
Listen, life
Boy.
is a series of... If it hasn't happened to you,
That he claimed.
it's fine.
No, that's not true. I've probably
Moving
had-
right, moving along. It's fine. I mean, you've been blessed. You've been blessed.
But even in that situation, that we were making jokes about it. But when Trey put the picture up,
I knew that I was with somebody that wanted to fuck that nigga.
and what you let him know you,
with-
but you
when
responded.
with
But I'm
some-
saying is you
I didn't
responded to it.
respond. I enjoyed the rest of my time, and that was
you
that
responded.
was-
You responded?
You responded.
What did I say?
Just like you know I'm around.
That wasn't. No, you're wrong.
You did.
You're wrong.
That wasn't for him.
That wasn't for her. That was for a different girl.
Ah,
There was a different girl. He said something, and I said, "I'm around."
You're right.
That was a different
You're
girl.
right. I remember. You're right. Yeah, it was. It
Now,
was.
and
I
I
just
just
be shooting at all your bitches?
he's your Jeff Goldblum.
Hey, Joe got to see Trey, man.
Oh,
Joe got to see
man.
Trey.
no, I don't. What are y'all talking about?
Damn.
No, I don't. We just had a whole talk. Now look, y'all on the other side of it. Now I got to see
Well,
Trey.
that's weird when someone goes to multiple of your-
I didn't say that.
If a guy comes at multiple girls of yours, then there's
Then what?
some
they
beef.
they just have multiple the same
Then
taste
what?
in
Yeah.
women.
That's weird.
They got the same
that's
type?
That's not weird.
It's weird.
My type is his type.
Yeah.
What is Mark's
That's
type?
weird.
I don't see that as weird.
Trey's type is your type.
I know some of the men who have the same type that I had.
True.
And you run into each other.
Okay.
And you celebrities.
And you run into each other.
yeah.
You know the celebrities that's into the girls that you into. You
When
know
they start
those
finding
things.
some shit that, like a girl that maybe you aren't public with or something like that.
That there's no such thing as what you're saying.
Okay. There is.
Damn, there's not. Maybe for you, that's a luxury. But when you're
Hold on,
famous,
what did you say?
I say if he finds some girl that maybe you're not putting on Front Street and is going at that too.
He puts all his girls on Front Street.
that's not true. Stop that. Now let's have an intelligent conversation.
That's
about
not what
that.
you do?
Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Hear that?
You know that I have dealt with women that have not been on Front Street publicly. When you're seen with that person out and you're a famous figure,
Okay, that's
Then
not putting them on
then
front.
they go to
you
Front
are
Street.
going through
That's
the
true.
same
That's
exact thing that you
Got
go
it.
through on social media with the famous people.
You get
No,
it?
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I went through this same thing with the dope boys on the block. You don't have to necessarily put them on Front Street. If somebody finds out that, and I have women now that haven't been on Front Street. Not many people know our affiliation, but a few people do. From however they saw me at Catch Steak, whatever it is, and now they follow that woman, DM that woman, find that woman, go out of their way to find that woman. I don't have to tell this to you. Rappers have found your girl,
That's
and
true.
your girl's not on Front Street.
That's true.
So then why do you have this position? That's what I'm confused. People will find your girl.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's true.
They will.
purpose.
Period.
On purpose.
On
Well, that's what I'm
You've
saying.
had fine women. Niggas have come and found them. Listen, what you
I'm
want me to
saying,
say?
my
It's
point,
happened.
Joe.
It's
My
happened.
point,
You're
Joe, is that
right.
if someone is targeting multiple of your women, and then they find the girls that are not on Front Street, then it feels a little weird to me.
And what I'm telling you is that in the event that you weren't in this beautiful, blissful engagement, and you went on a run where you bumped into 10 rims physically, not, of course, who she is.
Sure.
Somebody that also likes that style woman, you're gonna bump into them on your journey. That's all I'm saying. That's
Especially
it.
if you're in the same
Listen,
industry. Yeah, it's
hey,
gonna-
listen, this is gonna sound bad. In my humble opinion, I think that I have had the pleasure of being intimate with some really attractive women.
Why does that sound bad?
Because
That's true.
Yeah, I think
I believe that to be
I think
true.
That's public knowledge.
hey,
Like what?
when I bump into other men who want to consistently sleep with the women that I sleep with, yes, I think it's weird when I get into me, but when I get out of me, they're fine. The women are fine.
Yeah.
You should want to fuck them.
I agree.
You shouldn't have all the respect
That's
from
true.
me to say, "Oh, that's Joe's piece. That's Joe's work. Joe been there." I'm not. I don't think that much of men to think that that's how they moving out here. I have friends that I think have beat
Again.
some of my work. I have family members that have beat some of my work behind my back. You might have been there for that too, you bitch.
I didn't pop
Running
any
around
of your
with
work.
fucking Michael Paul. Hey, you and Michael Paul, boy. You
Me
two
and
niggas.
Michael Paul.
You two niggas, boy.
Me and Michael
I mean,
Paul.
water under the bridge. Matters none. But Shorty never told me neither. We just still cool.
Oh man, that's the worst.
It's the game. And I think
game
that's
is
the
the
part of the
game,
game
though.
that Trey Songz plays. It's the game for me.
The game is the
Again,
game.
so
Your girl is fine. I'm Mr. Steal your girl. I'm appreciating your girl. What you want to do
And
with
I'm
it.
respecting that game.
If
right?
she comes to fuck me, that wasn't your girl, and you better not
indeed.
say nothing to me about it.
True
That's
indeed.
true.
That's his position.
True indeed.
I get that,
That's
but at
real,
the
though.
same time, I understand dude's position. Like, yo, all right, I'm willing to take it. Like, he might be
You're
willing to
in
take it. there.
jail.
Obviously, he don't give a fuck about that. If he's in jail on the jail phone making threats,
Yeah.
Like,
You're not even
this
supposed
tells
to
you-
be on the phone, my nigga.
bro, like he's on
With
the phone making
camera,
threats.
letting it be known.
Okay.
So this says a little bit more. He don't
About
care
that.
about none of
Prayers,
that shit.
prayers for all
That is
parties involved.
Sure.
Prayers for Fujiano. Prayers for Rucci. Prayers for Trey. Prayers for all parties involved. That's why I don't fuck niggas' girls no more.
You never know when niggas is willing to take it. When they willing to take it over their
I'm
girl.
not fucking nobody's girl. Hopefully
That's really
the three
it.
hopefully the three of you have stopped that too, man.
I'm not fucking anybody. I'm I'm chilling.
You stopped that?
Yes, I
Good, man. Thank God. You used to live reckless too.
I did.
Yeah, you was wild.
Both of y'all, actually.
Oh, well, all right. So what's the next topic?
Niggas didn't care about her man. What is the next topic? Lil Nas X, Nike, devil worshiper, Air Maxes. Lil Nas X secured a deal with a third-party company to do the devil. Nike Air Maxes started gaining some traction and momentum. Nike put out a press release to say they have nothing to do with that. And if that wasn't enough, they then moved forward with legal action to sue, send a cease and desist. We did not authorize the rights to license this sneaker to you or for you to do anything of the sort. You have to stop.
The in-between part is that everyone lashed out, never buying Nikes again, which prompted Nike to squash it.
Made them some act. Now, the other part, which is funny to me, is this same company released a holy water shoe, a Jesus shoe, where instead of blood, it was holy water. Under the radar. No problems. And that's what a lot of people are pointing out. Like,
who doesn't like Jesus?
I get it, but a lot of people are pointing that out where, okay, you allow this,
Well,
and now you got a problem with that.
The Seaside doc that I watched on Netflix learned me to the fact that the same corporations that are defending the shark extinction and the killing of sharks are the same companies that are profiting
Making money from it.
on the killing of sharks. When I watched the Eyeglass, whatever that was, whoever that was, Andrew teaches you something, whatever the name of that shit was, they taught me that in an eyeglass business, the same companies that sell the glasses are the same companies that sell the contact lenses.
Okay.
They own them, they make them, they're going to profit on both sides. Who cares which way you want to go? So that's why that's not so shocking to me, what you're saying.
So they cool. They're going to make their money regardless.
I think Lil Nas X is a master troll, and it's working.
Again,
I so hate the troll argument.
No, this is troll. This is a troll. This is real life.
This ain't troll.
I hate the word troll because a lot of people misuse it nowadays.
All right, let me. How can it be trolling? If it's trolling, then I'm not to believe his tweet the following day that said, "Yo, man, this backlash is really affecting how I feel.
But he was
It's having a heavy
though.
effect on my anxiety. Please stream my record because, of course, that's what I want you to do. But the backlash is bothering me."
He also tweeted,
We don't know if that's true or not either, right?
He also tweeted, "I had 9 months to plan this rollout. You're not going to win, bro."
Both can be true to me.
Okay.
Let's just be
You can
clear,
have
though.
9 months to plan your rollout and be affected as an artist by the backlash of your rollout.
You didn't expect the
I think
backlash
they
to be
both
that
can
bad.
be true.
A lot of times the trolls don't expect the backlash to be
Trolling don't tell me that you're not affected in how you feel. And if you are, that defeats the purpose of the troll. When Tekashi trolls the deaths of many rappers that we love, I think that stems from a very real place. I think he feels something in his heart, which is why he's doing it. I don't think he's just doing it to get a reaction. No, you feel something. That's why you're doing it. Enough of this passive aggression,
So let me ask you this,
aggressive
though.
I
era
don't
where
think he feels
niggas
anything.
are feeling. You don't think
No,
that
no, 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 no,
Tekashi
no.
6ix9ine feels anything?
But what if the person really
about what he's
died,
trolling
right?
on? No.
You think if
Come
the
on,
person really
Ice.
passed away,
Ice.
he wouldn't feel no type of way, or he couldn't feel no type of way?
Excuse me?
If he's trolling somebody, a rapper that
Can you speak into the microphone, please? Seriously.
if he's trolling a rapper that he wishes dead, right?
He's trolling rappers that are dead as well.
But I'm just saying, if somebody really died, does he have
People have
an
really
instance where he could feel bad about it?
I don't
Like
think he
once,
feels bad.
like once shit hits the fan, like you could wish something, right? But once it really hits the fan,
died. I
you
think
like,
that
oh damn, I went a little
Tekashi
too
constantly
far.
mentions Pop Smoke and King Von. May they both rest in peace. I mentions both of their names because secretly he feels a way about how loved they are from the people. He feels a way that these are two people that allegedly really live their raps.
I agree with that 100%.
Two people that went out the way that they rapped,
Right.
and they both are beloved. I think there is a hatred that exists in him for that. Not personally toward those people.
Okay, I thought
but
you meant
he
like
is
like
not
an envy
loved.
type of-
He is not that
envy.
loved.
Yeah.
He don't live those raps, but he sees how adored those people are. So when he says "fuck King Von," "fuck Pop Smoke," or when he trolls the death of those two
says that?
rappers, he says a lot like that. He says a lot like that.
100% said.
He says a lot like that.
Rest in piss, King Von. Like he's done that. Nipsey passed. He went out to the
Classless.
mural. He went out
Classless.
when Von died. He went out to O Block. And
Classless.
he has a security team take him there. They stage a shoot where he runs in, shoots, and gets back in the car.
Now, some kids will say that's trolling. Joe doesn't say that.
I say
that is coming from a real place. You are acting out. Let's start calling things what they are. You're acting out and you're looking for attention based on something that exists inside of you.
Okay, so what is trolling then? Let me ask you that.
Trolling is when you have no emotional investment in either which way of the matter. You're saying something just solely to incite reaction. You're not married to whatever the reaction that comes. You don't care. You're saying something that you don't even care about just to get people riled up. That's what I understood trolling to be.
Well, Ice is a troll.
I've been called a troll, and I disagree with that. That's why I
Ice has been called a troll based on my exact definition, though, about a bunch of shit that in real life he could care less about.
Okay.
I think that's one.
That's my definition.
I think that's one specific kind of trolling.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah. That's what.
Then what's the other one? Because I'm tired of
here's
niggas
the
actually
definition.
feeling something or calling trolling this passive
I
aggressiveness.
think Lil Nas X did all this shit knowing that it was going
It was gonna incite.
Here we go. Here's a Google
read that
definition.
definition.
Trolling is defined as creating discord on the internet by starting quarrels or upsetting people by posting inflammatory or off-topic messages in an online community. Basically, a social media troll is someone who purposely says something controversial in order to get a rise out of other users.
By that definition, 6ix9ine is a troll.
As
And
is,
it is
as
trolling.
is Lil Nas X.
By that
As is Lil Nas
definition,
X.
90% of the internet is a troll,
And
which is
I
why I don't like this definition. 90% of you niggas are not that savvy that you're using the internet and just bouncing around on different ideas, void of emotion on everything that's happening. No, you're not. Y'all are feeling things based off your internet consumption. You are being conditioned and programmed. And the things that you're reading, the people you interact with, your likes and dislikes, it's all being documented. It's a big business here. And you niggas are fucking idiots to continue to jump up and say when you type something, it's trolling. Trolling for you. Not for the internet.
Okay.
Are you using the internet or is the internet using you? Which side of the fence do you stand on?
I agree with that.
No, Tekashi is not trolling. I'm one of the people that believe his baby moms when she start talking about who he is inside. Yo, dude just wants to be loved. Dude just wants attention. And the second you don't give him these things that he never received in life or in his household or in his upbringing, he acts out and we just fall right for it. If you leave him alone, he will go away.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she said.
That's most trolls.
That's what she
most
said.
trolls.
I think most trolls are
most trolls.
That
scarred
basically,
internally.
yeah. But no, that adds to trolling. They do it purposely to get a reaction. You just
Correct.
said if you don't respond, he's gonna go away.
Right.
They're doing
But
it
if I
for
give
a
you the
purpose.
reaction, Ish, you're trolling, I give you the reaction. My reaction causes emotions in you.
Indeed.
Is it still trolling
Some
for you?
level of
Or are
I
satisfaction.
you,
still
or are
say
you,
it's trolling.
Got
I
it.
still say it's trolling.
Okay.
That's just a
That's where I
byproduct
disagree.
of the trolling.
I think all these niggas are soft. All these
That's
new
what I
niggas
think it
with this
is.
trolling shit that don't know how to deal with your emotions, don't know how to communicate, don't know how to talk. You're comfortable with your abandonment issues. You're comfortable with your one-parent household. You've never seen love, never seen marriage, never seen all of this shit, and you just on the internet divulging shit. Just running around with your very limited information base, refusing to educate yourself, refusing to be well-versed. I'm not just gonna call it trolling. You niggas is sick.
Do you think that
You niggas is fucking
I agree with
sickos
that.
out here. And if
I
you
agree
have
with that.
emotions about some shit you see on the internet, then you need to do real life things to deal with them. Not
agree
just
with that.
like say, ha 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 ha, I caused the reaction out of you. Okay, true. But what you doing with the reaction in you? What you doing with those things?
So do you think that Lil Nas X is savvy or a troll?
I think that Lil Nas X is both savvy and a troll. I think that Tekashi is both savvy and a troll.
Okay.
I almost think you can't have one without the other.
For me, you
today.
got to be able to
You gotta be able to be both.
compartmentalize. If Tekashi or Lil Nas X said something about something that they didn't care about, something that their business didn't waver one way or the other in, something that didn't affect them at all, their family at all, and they just said some shit and left the phone. I do that sometimes. I'll say some shit that I don't care about at all and just leave the phone. You niggas argue about it. It's not affecting me one way or the other. Cool. If I'm bothered, if I'm affected, it's not trolling. It's an exchange now. It's transactional. We are trading something for something.
But I think the
And that
trolls
something
get
weighs in
from
me.
that.
Well, tell me what they get.
some level of satisfaction that you created this response.
Yep.
Like,
Same thing with cancel culture. That's how I feel.
Wait, time out.
That's how I
And
feel.
I don't want to stay on this either, but I agree with Ish. I agree. The trolls get something. You created this from nothing. And I'm saying the feeling that pre-exists that. The feeling that you have to have
To want to do that. To want to do that.
Yeah, it stems from a real place. It's
Like-
not just you woke up one day and decided to drop this bomb on the world and
Well, I'll be honest with you. I've trolled. I have trolled in the past.
You said you don't like Premier Beats.
That's not a troll.
No, that's his opinion.
Right.
That's not him
See, that's
trolling.
where I get pissed off at, because an unpopular opinion is not trolling. Just because I disagree with the masses, I'm my own person. I don't have to like Premier Beats today. That's my thing. I can change what I like and don't like. I don't want to like stay on this.
No,
You don't. You don't have to like him, but
I
you're
don't.
stupid.
See, stuff like that, I look at as trolling.
Because you don't believe it's possible for somebody to not like.
No, because I think his beats, I'm just using this as an example. I think that his beats are not all similar, right? I think they go all over the place, right? He could have a beat that sounds one way. He could have a total beat that sounds a totally different way. For you to say, I don't like Premier Beats.
I said I don't like majority of Premier Beats. Does
Right.
Premier have a sound, a signature sound? Yes or no?
Of course he does.
Yeah, but again,
he's like that sound.
Okay, but
I can say I don't like the Premier sound, meaning I don't like majority of Premier's beats. Yes, he can go. He can.
I'm gonna like
experiment
it
and
if
go.
Premier slapped the shit out of you.
That's all. And that's not a knock
you
on
didn't
him.
like-
I don't like it.
I feel you.
Today.
No, I agree with that.
There's
Like,
shit I've liked in
I don't
the
like LeBron.
90s that I don't like today.
I don't care
need,
for
I don't
LeBron.
need to hear two
Like other
50-year-olds tell me about Premier Beats and trolling.
Yeah.
No,
You
no.
niggas is 50.
I'm not 50. I'm 30, by
right?
the way. All right, let's be clear.
Got it.
30-50, yeah.
Got it. Lil Nas X, so the lawsuit is happening. I'm assuming that these sneakers won't be resold. I mean, re-upped on.
This shit, they're gonna be
No,
extra
re-upped on.
resold.
That's-
No, the value is
gonna go
up.
up.
The value is up. The value
And
is
they
up.
only did 666 pairs.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, they sold out. Miley Cyrus.
Oh, shut up.
Put a
Shut up.
picture- put a
Shut
pair
up.
out. She's
Shut
wearing
up. Anybody that ever tells me that, shut up.
What?
Unless
What,
you
that
work.
only?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know the truth.
Unless you work in the
We
warehouse.
know the truth.
Don't tell me that they only made such and
That's
such
a
amount
marketing.
of pairs
That's a
of
marketing
this.
thing.
Of course.
we know that.
Yeah.
Limited edition means it creates demand.
Yeah, but now I watch.
We know
Yeah,
that.
now, but I watched that ideology go from streetwear to high end wear to now luxury vehicle.
Cars, everything. Yeah.
On the way here, we was just talking about the
Albums.
Maybach truck.
Albums.
The
People-
Maybach
people
truck
do
will.
limited edition vinyls and
That's fine.
tapes.
That's
So,
fine.
let me tell you something.
And in that,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
even believe some of that because vinyl's expensive to make. So
Anything that's rare,
you probably
though.
only pressed up a certain amount.
But
It
look,
goes different there. The Maybach truck,
Okay, go
though,
ahead. I'm gonna come back to that.
they are running around saying that it's only this many available for the year. So they're raising the sticker price upwards of $80,000. The base fee is $160,000. This truck is being sold for $260,000, $280,000, $240,000 and up. So now we're dealing with that even in vehicles. So I have to have a problem with this fake, hey, we only made this amount, such and such. Shut up. Go make more.
no.
No.
Go make more.
No,
Hey, you see the demand is up. You see we want it. Go make more.
No.
No, but for the
All right, but
yeah.
that ain't gonna make it now be 10x the value.
Yes,
and
it
I'm
is.
not for Joe.
No,
Yeah,
not for you.
Not for Joe. Not for
I was
Joe.
about to say it's been that way.
Well, I'll say, but for that rapper that wants to say, or not necessarily rapper, but that person that wants to say, I got one of Birdman used to do it.
Dog, that's been that way.
Yo, it's only 3 Bugattis.
Yeah. The
I got
hustlers in
2
my
of
hood-
them.
The
Here they
hustlers
go
in my
right here.
hood would spend $50,000 over ticket price to be the first nigga in the hood with an SL.
How much you think you're gonna pay for the fake vaccination card?
I don't know. I got it though.
A penny.
I got it.
A nice
though.
penny.
I got it. Yeah.
Look, you're gonna infect the whole human nation.
Mine gonna be
because you
real.
got it right.
Mine gonna be
We
real.
had the official laminated, you know what I mean? Cuomo signature all
Big
on it.
backs. I don't need it. I'm good. I don't need it.
So a bunch of people replied to Lil Nas X and was mad. Waka Flocka was one of them. Joyner Lucas was one of them. And he was like, yo, main thing is our kids listen to you.
Right.
Our kids love Old Town Road. You say that that's not the record you're working right now, but our kids love it.
Okay.
To which Lil Nas X replied, yo, I'm literally talking about sipping lean and adultery in Old Town Road. If you let your kids listen to that, that's your choice. As two of you guys with kids, not Parks, you'll soon join this club. Where do y'all stand on that?
I agree 100%
With
what Lil Nas X is saying. You have to have some type of
responsibility.
yeah. You gotta monitor. Like, you can't just let the internet and everything raise your kids. You have to know what your kids are watching and listening to the best of your ability. That's it.
I think today in music,
Old Town Road is catchy.
No, again, I was about to say, look, everybody knows Old Town Road.
So it's hit him up.
No.
No.
Not like that.
No.
Not like today's music, right? In today's music, and this is why I really don't.
But not like we're talking about. I know.
Like today's music, in my opinion, right?
My daughter won't be a Pac fan. Go ahead.
Music is
You're
more.
not a Pac fan.
Exactly.
Music is more melodies, right? It's more melodic. It's more trendy. It's catchy, right? So you can know a song and love a song and not know one lyric.
Or not know what they're talking about in the song.
That's my point. So that's why I don't really dive into
You
new
know the
hip-hop.
smashes are chorus driven.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, chorus beat.
So that's why I don't like
they
when Lil
don't-
Nas X says that. Because
Yeah,
the
nobody
chorus of
knows
this
the
is,
words to
I
your
want to
song.
take my
Exactly.
horse to the Old Town Road. I want to ride until I can't no
Yes.
more. That's the
That's
end.
what people know.
That's all.
My
innuendo.
kid
That's all
don't care
innuendo,
about
by
what
the
you
way.
saying in the verses.
that's
Neither
it.
do I. Got the horses in my lab. Bitch, I don't know what you
Nobody
saying.
knows what he's saying.
Who knows?
And again,
I don't
we
know the
listen
third
to
verse of
music
Pump It Up.
more.
That shit don't come on in the club.
Second verse don't come on no more either, really.
Yeah, but don't do that.
My bad.
There was a time when it came on.
I'm just saying.
There was a time. What you want, punk, double clip, punk,
Now,
drop, bop.
I get it, but I'm just saying.
don't
Now
do
they
that.
give you the hook, and
But we wasn't talking about that.
There's been a million songs
forget
in
it.
the
My bad,
history
my
of
bad.
music, though, that's been innuendo or blatantly flagrant.
Pump It
that
Up
were
will not
hits.
die. Pump It Up is a song that will never die.
You better be
married
happy.
to that. Yeah.
You better be happy.
Here we go.
I better be. I just said to my mom, only my mom collects the royalties statements and checks from this song, right? Okay. And she knows when the mail comes. She knows when that check comes. So it came the other day, she sends me a picture, and I say, man, 20 years later, I still get a little bum-ass piece of chump change from this record. It's like $4,000, $5,000 quarterly.
It's not bad.
But check this out. So that boils down to maybe $20,000 a year. Some people say that's not much. When you get into the splits of the record, man, what is that record doing right now? Like,
true.
I only owned
If you getting the
maybe
punk percentage, you're getting
4%
20
of it. It was a sample. It was mad producers. It's only maybe this percentage that's getting me 20 grand.
yeah.
This Jaquan better not never say my name. I don't know what Tipsy is doing today. I don't know what Mims is doing today. My shit's still 20 years later. Think about that. I was 21 years old. My kid will be 21 in 2 years, a year and a half. When's my kid's birthday? A year and a half. Imagine that. Forget it, man.
What do Jaquan and Mims got to do with it?
That's who had a big song out at the same time.
They did.
Or somewhere in the vicinity.
With
When
those,
Jay-
with
that
those
was way
samples, I
out.
don't
when
think
Jay-
either.
when
That was
Jay-
way out.
listen, when Jaquan put out Tipsy, everybody at Def Jam was looking at me like, bum.
You bum ass.
You're a fuck, you a loser. Hey, where's your record? Hey, you want me to put you in the studio with the producers of Tipsy? I said, yeah, they put me in. I ain't come out with no heat. No heat.
Well, I mean, Tipsy was just grinding remixed.
Hold up, man. Savon wants to get a good laugh out of
Tipsy was
that.
dope. Tipsy was
You
dope.
think that's funny that they put me in the studio with the Tipsy producers and everybody was sober? Yeah, I didn't come up
Damn,
with no
Parks,
heat.
why you just-
Hey, and paid
What?
and paid.
I hear it.
Well, wait,
Now
hold
I
on.
hear it.
And
Like-
paid their price. Like when a producer group catch the smash and you want to try to catch that smash, I paid the 75 grand, whatever it was, for a dud. I didn't put it out. Nothing happened. I wasn't Jaquan. I didn't have the Atlanta accent. It just didn't work. Anyway, enough about me and Jaquan and Mims. For real, they was looking at Hotel, Tipsy.
Well, Cass battling, so Hotel, he don't need that.
That was a monster.
That cat
It
said,
was.
man, shit was hilarious. But we got time to talk about that. What
Yeah,
else?
we not talking about that no more.
What else is important that we need to unpack culturally? Let's see. What is sexiest bald man ever isn't me.
We don't care.
Prince Williams is the sexiest bald man alive, according to white people.
He beat Mike Tyson.
And The Rock is
Jason
ranked
Statham.
like number 9 on here. That
Beats
told me.
Mike Tyson and Jason Statham.
That told me the fact that white people think Jason Statham is sexy is funny to me. But white people sexy is different from black people sexy. Jason Statham, come on, man.
Yeah, come.
He not a sexy
Look
man
at
to
this
you.
list.
Jason Statham, the third sexiest bald man in the world? No. With The Rock number 9?
Who's sexy to you?
Wait, Putin is on the list?
All right, here's the list. Hold on, scroll. Here we go. Top 10 sexy bald men. Number 1, Prince William. Number 2, Mike
Wait,
Tyson.
stop right there.
By
Look at the gap. Look at the votes.
9 million vote difference.
Yo, that Prince shit holds some weight.
Jason Statham, number 3 at 7.4 million. 4 is Pitbull. 5 is Michael Jordan. 6 is Floyd Mayweather, who grows hair, wears his hair. I don't even understand his placement here. John Travolta, who I've never even seen bald.
I didn't even know he was bald.
You got plugs. You got bad plugs. Remember?
I didn't know he was bald.
Remember
Yeah,
in
but
the
he's not bald.
OJ doc?
He's not bald.
His plugs. look
He's got to
crazy.
go. I'm sexier than him. Bruce Willis, bald. He's an icon. He should be there. The Rock at number 9. Vin Diesel, number 10. I've been in Tyrese's yard with Vin Diesel telling me how much sexier he was than me. I won't argue that. Pitbull, my nigga.
That's Mr. Worldwide, man.
Mr. Worldwide.
Let me tell you who. Let me tell you who Joe. Let me tell you who Joe's sexier than. Jason Statham, Pitbull, John Travolta.
Why you say
All
Mike
of them
Tyson?
are way richer than me. I'm not sexier than anybody on this list.
That's what it comes down to?
Sex appeal
Because that's what it
comes
comes down
money.
to.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Excuse
where
me.
was- where was Putin on this list?
wait. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's
what
wild.
did you say?
That's
Sex appeal
wild.
comes down to money.
Ish.
I was asking.
Answer it.
You know what time it is.
Answer it. Answer it. For
You know the
people.
vibes, Ish.
The Prince
Answer
is
it
a
for the
Prince
people.
at number 1.
Number 1
There's
is
a
a
reason
Prince.
why he's and not Prince.
With 17.6 million.
Okay.
Number
Ish.
2 is
If
Tyson.
y'all say so, all right. I was,
It's not if y'all say so.
The list says so.
Like, it's right there.
The Rock has more money than Jason Statham.
Or, Michael Jordan.
Michael
Floyd.
Jordan has more money than Mike Tyson.
This entire list has more money than me. I recant any
That's
argument.
all you worried
I
about?
recant any
Oh,
argument
okay.
that I had to make.
You mean from you?
Here we go. Peloton, and Versus unveil a partnership. Peloton. All right, let's just read this. This is coming from Variety, of course. I love Variety. There's no question that the Versus musical battles, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Here we go. Peloton Versus, announced today, is an equally savvy matchup. One that sees the Versus battles empowering users of Peloton's popular fitness regimen. According to the announcement, the partnership is like nothing that Peloton has ever done before, of course. Y'all always need to see
it's
hip hop
brand new.
work first before you indulge. And will come to life during Peloton's motivational classes taught by its best-in-class instructors available via the Peloton bike, tread, or app, which offers a 30-day free trial to new members. Timbaland says, I don't care what he says. Swiss Beats agrees. I knew that. Who cares?
I just want to know.
Peloton's head of music, Gwen Bethel, concurs. You probably said the same shit as them. I don't need to read any of this. Now, with that said, how do you gentlemen feel about Versus branching out? And this is what I mean before you speak. Versus had a deal with Apple.
Correct.
That deal concluded, and seemingly a day or two after, they announced their Triller deal.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a month after that deal, we have a Peloton announcement. We've already seen a Versus NFL announcement.
Yep.
We are seeing Versus branch out in many different arenas, many different areas, and they've sold it, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
They've sold to Triller.
Triller.
And then they went on the board as
So they are participating in their asset. They've sold it, and they're branching out business-wise and putting it everywhere they could put it. I think it's really good business.
That's swag.
It's dope.
I think it's really
Super
good
dope.
business.
What's to dislike here?
Super dope. Yeah, I don't.
Peloton's big business. A lot of people.
I don't want to come off as the hater.
You're a hater.
No, I hate.
No, you're a
Get the
hater.
hate off.
Don't hate.
What?
Hate at home.
Okay.
No, you can't hate.
No.
here.
I
I'm inviting
wanna
you to
hear
hate
your
my
opinion.
business.
I
wanna
just don't
see
get
what-
it.
You don't
Maybe
get
it's
what?
not for me to get. What
Because you
is?
fat, nigga. You ain't got no Peloton.
You're right.
I have a Peloton.
Out of shape.
Okay, so what is Versus Peloton? Like
They're going to put the Versus matches
They're
on
gonna
the
put
bike.
because I'm
Peloton.
reading here, it says Brandy versus Monica run with Rebecca Kennedy on 329 at 7 p.m.
There you go.
We saw the Brandy versus Monica already.
Yeah, but you ain't never run to
But
it.
you've never seen it on the Peloton bike.
Yeah,
But the Peloton bike has internet, correct? You have one, right?
I have one.
Yeah, but there's like an instructor class.
It's an
thing.
instructor on
Yeah,
the
it's not just
television
like a web
set in
browser.
front of you, and they're running music, and at the same
So
time,
they're just going to play the music in the background of the battle?
I don't know
They're gonna
how
play
it's
the
going to be
battle.
structured, but
They're going to play whatever
or
the
they just
battle
might
is.
play
All right,
Brandy
congrats to
versus
them, man.
Monica.
Anytime I see brothers making moves and making money, I'm going to congrats them, even though it look like they hoeing versus out.
What are they supposed to do?
I just congratulated them. Get your money.
Yeah, but answer his question. What should they do? If it's their
They were holding it out the
business,
apple, no?
hey, it's their business. They sold it, and now they're conducting
Whomever
business.
they
So
sold it
salute.
to is taking it to another plateau.
Salute.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hating. I'm hating.
sounds
A little hate. A little hate.
Yeah, you are.
It sounds,
you say
it
hoeing?
sounds a little hazy.
Okay, well,
You trolling.
Listen, if they were to secure a deal, if you want to get on a United flight in first class and on the TV along with the
Joe,
movie,
I'm broke. I don't do first class, but go ahead though.
if you continue to fill in this seat, you will not be broke. Now, at that point, if you want to leave the money, you can. That will be a conscious
Well, no,
decision.
I like money.
But you will not be broke if you sit here just a little longer. Listen to this. If on the first class shit where they show you TV, movies, blah 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 blah. If Versus is there, that means Triller or someone brokered a deal.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that is good.
That was a
And
good
they put it there. And if I'm Swiss or Timbaland or Triller, I would want to do that. And if I could do that in 10 different places
dope.
Yeah.
to 10x, not just for me, but for the company
But-
we invest in and for all the artists that have stake in this,
That's true.
See, I needed a little bit more perspective.
wouldn't
on
we
that.
do it? I think they're
you
killing
kinda-
this
you kinda
shit.
smart.
That is very smart if you put it that way.
That was a good one.
That's,
Well, if you want to
Well,
sell.
airplane shit. That was kind of
Only if you want to sell. Like some people, like Ice is saying, maybe you don't want to sell, so you're not whoring it out. I'm keeping it.
Limited edition.
I'm keeping it. That's what Joe says. Hey, I'm not selling the podcast nowhere. I'm holding this. You want to license it? Let's talk. But I'm not selling this anywhere. I'm not whoring it out. I'm guarding this. They taking this wherever makes sense for them,
That's smart.
and they're already
making
rich.
I'm about to say, making a lot
They
of
already
money
rich
in the process. And
So,
making
man,
their people a lot of money.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it's true. There's no way for me
That's
to hate on this. I
I
respect
said, I don't
what's
want
going
it to
on.
come off as hating. I just did.
If I'm riding
the
the bike and I see the Versus series pop up there and I can watch some shit while I'm on my treadmill or whatever, that's ill.
And you can hear Premier and RZA beats.
That's all.
Go at it.
I throw that whole
Yo, what's
bike
wrong
out.
with you two, dude? I have a relationship with DJ Premier.
I like Premier beats.
Me
I
and
like them
He's
too.
trolling the troll, the troll,
I
the
said
troll.
if-
I like them too. That's the
Preem
thing.
listens to our pod.
No, I like
And he
Premier.
likes ice.
I'm about to say, Preem is
And
cool as
look
shit.
at that. Look at that. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be
But-
ashamed of yourself.
I
Again.
can't help it if I don't want to hear it today. That's all.
But no, if the Premier.
You like Prime?
Next question.
Next question.
Listen, we are back from a brief commercial break.
We back.
And
This guy, man. This guy, Joe, you funny, man. That's all I can say, man. That's it.
What were you guys arguing about? Joe's driving ability?
He think he could drive
no,
better than me.
no, we weren't.
Why do Jersey people get so competitive with driving?
Because that's what we do.
New Yorkers can't drive, so you
Yeah.
already know y'all ain't.
New Yorkers don't even have cars
Y'all
to drive
drive
or
like
licenses.
assholes. Why y'all think it's a NASCAR race?
Why do you think we have to speak to you about it as a train user? You're a train guy,
You're a
right?
train
You're one of those
I
New
drive.
York. Oh, take the train. You started driving a year ago.
That's not true.
2 years ago.
12 years ago? I don't know how long it's been.
No.
I used to.
See,
At one point, I drove way more
Listen,
than.
man, it ain't.
Stop
been
it.
You ain't 20 years.
Stop it.
Yeah,
You just
grew up
got
in
your
New York City. I grew up in
dog.
upstate New York.
This is the problem with podcasting.
Okay, you're right.
I grew up in upstate New York. We drove a lot.
The problem with podcasting is everybody is not qualified to speak on the things that they speak on.
I may have
Parks is
driven more
40
miles.
years old.
I'm 37.
Same shit, telling us about his upbringing in Buffalo somewhere. And we talking about driving in New York City as an adult with a car, finding parking, fighting with niggas over the parking
slipping
spot,
the cab,
road
slipping the
rage,
cab.
not paying the toll. That's the driving we
right.
talking about.
putting the temp tag up so you go through the easy pass. Y'all don't know
that because you've had the luxury of I'll take the train. Like most New Yorkers.
I've had a car.
So to answer
most
your
of the
question,
time I've been in New York City,
but to answer your question, that's why New Jersey people feel like that because it's driver's privilege.
Right.
It's we don't get the train, bus.
We don't get none of that.
We could.
the path.
We also have niggas to fill up our gas when we pull up.
Right. In 2-degree weather.
Yeah, because we got a vroom vroom.
I want to be in NASCAR so bad.
We got things to do, buddy.
We ain't got time to be pumping no gas.
And this is fucked up. The rest of the world is hearing us right now. The rest of the world is hearing us.
Sucks to be
Hey,
them.
sorry.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Y'all drive
you
like
niggas
assholes.
is trash.
Yeah, that ain't our fault.
Y'all gotta pull up to the gas station and get out to buy a Snickers with some gas. hey, y'all get a little. While I'm here,
Hey,
I might as well get some chips.
On that topic, let me ask you a question because somebody asked me and I laughed. Do you tip the gas?
Do I tip them what? I tip them some good information that can stick with them throughout life.
Do you tip the
Are
gas?
you supposed to tip the gas?
no.
I know people that do.
No, you
those.
are. You're supposed
I
to
know
tip
people that
people
do.
that do are
any
out-of-towners.
service.
Nah, I do know people that do.
They're out of towners.
All right, here, let me shoot one back. Do you tip the valet guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
So what? That look, niggas is foul.
I'm
How do you
tipping
tip
the valet
guy and not the gas
Because
station
he get
guy?
in my car.
Let me tell you how foul I
That's a
am
little
at the gas
different.
station. When I get to the gas station, I give him my card. I say, give it right back. Don't hold it. Just go ahead and put it in and give it back. I'm going in the store. You're not just going to hold my fucking card
I'm
to
gonna
run
one
my
up you.
shit.
I've gotten times where I got out.
That's that New York shit.
I've got out and gave him the card at the pump. Let him put. All right, then I go get back in the car, and you still got to pump the gas.
So I do that. Well, not that.
Why though?
Nigga,
Why what?
Nah.
You get out the car
because I
give him
get
the
gas in
card,
the
he
hood.
swipes it.
I know how it go.
How it go?
They swipe your
Swipe
information.
You're from
Double
Irvington.
swipe.
You are
I'm
from
not
Irvington, New Jersey.
Yo, whoa.
You are from East Orange, even worse.
Yeah, don't say
Some
no
of that
fucking
shit
That's bad.
Irvington,
You're from
nigga.
a
I'm not
bad
from
place in the
Irvington.
world, nigga. You know why.
No, I don't though.
You
right,
nigga,
never.
all right.
I'm not trying to be
listen,
funny. I'm serious.
Back to my
They
story.
do that shit more in the burbs than
give
in the
them-
hood.
I give them my card. I take it back. Papa. Give it right back. I go in the store. I get my little coffee, my chips and stuff.
You see, if that Popeye almost got us murdered. You Popeye.
Papa. Give it back.
Popeye.
Hey,
okay.
I get up to the desk. I bring my little shit up. The machine come up, start talking to me. Yo, you want to thank the troops, nigga? No, I don't want to thank the troops.
And I want my change back if I
sometimes
pay
they be like,
cash.
Hey, yo, you got some money for the cancer? Nigga,
No.
I don't have money for none of these niggas.
They got the
Nor
little
do
jar
I-
right there?
Yeah, no, give me all
give me
my
that back.
change.
I don't
Give me that
trust
back.
that
Give me
money's going
all-
to whatever they're
Me
saying
neither.
it's going to.
Me
back.
neither.
I think
You're not
that's a
giving to
lie.
the
It's going to
Red
Exxon.
Our money ain't going to the fucking troops and
Not
to
giving
cancer
money.
research. I've
Not
been here
at
40
all.
years. There's no cure for cancer.
But it's a vaccine for motherfucking COVID. In 6 months. Ta-da.
And I'm gonna have it in 2 days. Ta-da.
Good luck.
I'll take it.
I don't care what you niggas say. That vaccine's
When your
going in
fingers
here.
start falling off, don't say nothing, nigga.
I'm gonna get my
I ain't
class
gonna
action
say,
lawsuit.
do I have the real vax card? I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay.
As long as my card is real. You don't come around me with your little scamming East Orange tricks. Don't come around me with your
I got the card.
Yo,
nigga spreading
rub the
COVID
whole
all
fucking-
over the earth with his fake card, building houses,
bro, say what
building COVID houses.
Safe house.
The house that COVID built.
Yeah, I'm cool,
no,
man.
Say what
I'm
you
cool
said.
on him.
Fam, say what you
What
wish.
is this? Breaking news. I am Steve Harvey will be hosting Versus this Sunday with Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire.
I'm with that.
I
I'm
like
not
that.
gonna hold you.
I
That's
like
kinda
that.
I love that.
That's kind of dope.
Will Lori be there?
No.
Why do y'all be y'all on her dick so
I don't
much?
like her. I'm good.
He hit her with the.
You are a diva. You are a
You
diva.
like her?
Don't put me into it.
She's
I want
not your
to
type.
address your shit.
She's not your type.
Well, first, she's a baby, so I'm not going to try to like her.
Since when?
How old is she? Fuck you moving around for Erickson. Fuck Erickson. Erickson all of a sudden is fidgety. How old is Lori Harvey?
Joeable.
How old is Lori Harvey? Someone,
Nigga, she in your age range,
someone
bro.
just say that still don't answer me.
It
don't matter.
I know. Hey, Joe, like,
24.
hey, my type is the thick chicks and the skinny chicks, right?
24.
She's 24.
Right? My type is the 30-year-olds and the 24-year-olds. Look, y'all just say anything when it comes to me.
No, but we know that's your type, though.
I wouldn't touch Lord
She
Harvey.
ain't 24. She 20 Joe.
I'm not.
That bitch is She's
You got a lot of little, you know what I mean? Little lows, little isms. No, I know. You my man. I'm not fucking nothing that's 24 today. Sorry. I know. It ruins the joke. It steps on things. It's not fun.
Okay.
Joe's not fucking nothing that's 24 today.
Okay. I got to leave it. I got to say okay.
Well, what you gonna say? You can't say
just
nothing.
say okay.
I can show you the 25-year-old that I might fuck, and then you would understand. She don't look like Lori Harvey.
It's a different.
If I found someone that was 25 that I would be into.
it's a
Steve Harvey's gonna do it.
I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
He's gonna kill this.
Yeah, he's gonna kill this.
still
This is his
Steve
lane
Harvey.
right here.
Yeah.
He's gonna be good here.
I'm not
baggy
meeting
suit,
none of
all
you
that.
chicks in your fucking 30s that I can't mold.
You better get one. You better get one.
All right, so
I'm
we here
kidding,
now.
I'm
All right, we here.
kidding.
No,
I'm
hell no. We here now. We here now.
It's a joke.
Nope.
It's a joke.
There's some truth
I don't even
behind
have the
every joke,
energy to
damn it.
mold a chick today. But this is my question, because you're not even allowed to say this publicly, so recant that from the record, flag it, edit it, cancel me, do what
Okay.
you must. We're not flagging and editing, but cancel me if you must. This is my question. How come women are able to say that they like a man that they are able to mold, but if a man says that, then it's an issue?
Well, one,
I know why men can't say that, but why can women say it?
I don't even see women saying that no more. They're saying the opposite.
No, women are saying the opposite.
Women are now saying we not molding niggas no more.
Yeah.
Enough.
I ain't dating on potential.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not dealing with these
That is-
childish
that
ass
is-
niggas no more.
that
Find
is
you
what
somebody
they
who got his shit together, know what he doing, and I don't have to raise you emotionally.
I know
I'm not
that-
your mother.
I mean, they say that, but then you see the niggas they date.
Well, women lie. Women also say they not fucking with broke niggas, and you know, so we
That's
know.
a fucking myth.
It's all-
That is a myth. If
if we
I've
really
ever
want to
seen
get
a
into it,
myth.
it's all a myth, but
That is.
Well, why do they keep lying?
They gonna whip
to
your
themselves,
ass
it
ice.
sounds good. It makes
They
them
gonna
feel
get
better.
ice.
Yeah.
Ice married. He don't give
I
a fuck
don't
what they
care.
think.
I'm not trying to fuck none of them.
Yeah, he don't care.
Nor am I.
Nor am I. All the chicks mad over my Valentine's Day. All right. All right, bitch. That's what I be trying to tell chicks. Hey, by the time dude made the decision to like publicly show something, he is committed to deading you.
Right. He don't care if you find out.
He don't give a fuck about your opinions on the matter, your thoughts. Oh, it was foul, shady. Oh, I
wow.
didn't know. I just spoke to him.
No, I don't think that's their stance though.
That's our stance. Though.
I think their stance is, yo, we was together 7 years and you ain't never drop a rose on the ground for me, nigga.
you not her.
Now go sit in a closet alone and repeat that to yourself 90 times. Because you're
And
right.
and
Nothing
you-
to
and
argue.
find out
I
why.
didn't drop
didn't
a
do that,
rose on
correct.
you
You are
But I
correct.
dropped it on her.
in a week. hey, it didn't take long. Hey, clearly I'm not against dropping that for
So
somebody.
you might need to figure out what it is about you.
What happened that you, didn't get
a
that
rose
from
dropped
me?
on the
There we
ground.
go.
That is true.
It's inner reflection.
But they don't look at that.
That's not. Is that our fault?
Yeah.
Is that our
They're
problem?
not reflecting on their inner.
No Joe Budden.
Anytime we say some shit we can get in trouble for, I'm gonna play Rory and them drop.
No,
Everybody drop.
All out there.
Yeah, don't cancel
You get in
me,
trouble
goddamn.
for that?
That's them niggas. Yes,
Yes, you
that's the
can.
thing about podcasting, man. Some of the stuff
That's why I don't like
we
it.
talk about over Monopoly, you can't just say right here.
Too many. You know how many people listen to this shit?
A lot.
Who would disagree though? The women.
Yo, all right, let's
Nah,
move
man.
on. Let's move on. Come on. No, I'm not doing it. CTE
Yo,
co-founder,
man.
Kinky
It's a
B.
lean into the fucking.
It's argumentative. That's why he's
I'm
great
not.
for a
That's
pod, but he's bad for a pod. It's cool.
Oh man.
And Ish can't be here with us Friday for whatever the reason be. I'm going to miss him. Listen, CTE co-founder Kinky B says Jeezy lost, air quotes, all his street credibility after verses. Ice just hit me to this, so please inform me. Kinky B is Jeezy's old manager.
Do you want me to play the snippet here?
Please play the snippet, and then Ice can tell me what's going on.
The United States of America, any street nigga lost all respect for that man. That fucking day. He lost all his street credibility that day due to the fact that I don't give a fuck when a nigga lose their life, man. Ain't no piecing up, my nigga. Never be peace, my nigga. Never ever.
Okay. Like I said, Kinky B is the CTE co-founder along with Jeezy.
Okay.
I do believe it was also his old manager from like when he first started years ago. And I disagree with his statement. I mean, if I'm Jeezy, I don't really give a. Who cares? I'm not a street nigga no more. I'm not. That's where you fuck up at. Once you make that transition, you're worrying about what the streets do. You can't play both sides. You can't be a street nigga and not be a street nigga. You have to pick. And that's where a lot of people get themselves tied up at, worrying about the streets. You are a corporate person now.
I'm with Ice on this.
You are a corporate business. There's a lot of people depending on Jeezy. There's a lot of people that he's feeding.
I disagree.
Worrying about the streets will cause all that to fall.
Let me hear this.
He doesn't have to engage in street shit, right? But the moral compass that was instilled in you, the values, the principles, the morals that you learned living that life, they follow you throughout the course of your life. Like, for example, if you were raised to say snitching or ratting is whack, you don't get $20 million, $50 million, $100 million and then say, nah, ratting is cool. Again, your principles and your moral code and ethics.
Why not?
Why don't you?
I'm asking.
Because again, to you,
your views can change, right?
Yeah, no.
You can change. You can change. You can change.
So your way of life can change.
Everything about you can change.
Right?
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
Right, but your principles or your moral ethics don't change.
It's like you try not to talk in the mic.
He pushed away before he starts talking.
And I'm not going to move the mic to your mouth because pause.
Yeah.
But
all right, so look.
Just further away.
No, I pushed it down. Look,
that's
so,
not...
fam, anyway, right? So
anyway,
again,
on the pod.
the money that
great, man.
You don't your morals or your principles shouldn't necessarily change.
Yeah, you talk. You don't do nothing else but talk. You just talk.
Predicated on money.
Whoa, look at that. You sound great.
This guy's nuts. Yo, your morals or your ethics or your values shouldn't necessarily change because of a money situation. Like in this instance, he didn't lose money by not doing his verses. Under these circumstances, I'm talking about just this. He didn't lose money by not doing his verses. So again, if you were...
I could make the case that he did.
Make it then. I want to hear that.
He dropped an album that night. Jeezy is ice cold in the streets, and I'm the biggest Jeezy fan on the planet.
You are.
Jeezy is 100% ice cold in the streets musically.
I like that album.
I love that album.
I bought that album.
I was actually...
And I'm not sure I would have known that album dropped if not for this night.
That's my point. Not doing that.
So it wasn't sincere. He did it for a rollout.
Everything's a rollout. I've been saying this forever. Everything's a rollout.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
But if I could use a rollout and make a positive out of it...
I don't see why it's saying we can't hear Corey. What? All right, it's a rollout.
He said
I'm dropping an album.
Yeah, I'm saying so. Him using this, him dropping this album as a rollout, we might not have known this album was coming out has he not done his verses. So yeah, he could have lost money not doing his verses.
Okay, I understand that point.
He could have.
That's what I'm saying.
He could have taken another route to release his album.
He
released a bunch of other albums.
And nothing happened. And nothing happened. Nothing's been happening. So what do? I'm going to go get the one thing that you never thought you'd see in this lifetime.
So he's a troll.
That's not a troll. There's real feeling behind that.
We back to what do you know? See, what do you know?
There's real feeling behind that.
You said that don't stop it from being a troll, even if there is real feeling behind it.
No, I'm saying the feeling, but prior to that, I agree with your point.
I said, he could have rolled his album out another way.
But he rolled out the last 3 albums and nothing happened.
All right.
This is a business decision on both their parts, not just Jeezy. Be clear.
I'm not even.
This is a business decision on Gucci's part too.
We're not talking about Gucci, man. You talking about a comment made by his boy that both used to rip and
his ex-boy. Because
they both
matters.
used to rip and run the streets together, right? So again, whatever you did in the streets, it's behind him. Cool. God bless. Fortunately, he made it out of a situation that many don't make it out of, right?
Correct.
But again, the same morals and values that were instilled in you and embedded in you, they should still be who you are.
All right, I'm gonna also say about this particular situation here, something that a lot of people have been hinting at, but no one ever just came out and said. We don't know for sure that was his man's. And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. We don't know that. This is an artist on my label. I make a statement saying, I got $10,000 for this dude's chain, and he go try to get it. I didn't send you. But out of respect for you, I'm not going to address that. Which is why Jeezy's never said a word about this.
So how do you know or not?
We don't know.
Sure don't.
We don't know. We don't know.
I'm not sure that Jeezy was ever trying to win the streets battle and taking his verses against Gucci Mane.
At all.
I think he was well aware that that's a battle he would lose, right? The battle of the streets.
He's lost the streets already prior to this
even
verses.
if he would have won that when BMF was out and when his classics was out, cool. But today... Nah, this was a legacy battle on Jeezy's behalf, playing all of those commercial
Monster hits.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not about who's the streetest, who's the toughest, and for this Jeezy.
But for his man to say that
X-Man that we fell out with, that matters, bro.
It does.
That matters.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
don't know
does.
how
I
tight
agree. No,
these
I
two
agree.
are
That does
today.
matter. But again, for one street nigga to another street nigga to say, "Yo, you basically are
A fraud.
no, you're just basically
Sell out, would you
You've
say?
hurt yourself.
throwing everything that you learned in your upbringing away for a rollout."
See, but that's on the surface. Let me add in. I don't agree with the stance just on my take on forgiveness as a whole. Like, forgiveness is something that you do so that you don't have to live with something. It's not something that's necessarily for the other person.
Indeed.
So this gentleman, Kinky B's take is somebody died. There's no forgiveness. Well, Joe's take is, and this is none of my business, that's exactly the time that forgiveness should occur. Life has been lost. There might be survivor's guilt. Like, I don't know what's going on there. But Joe's higher power is a forgiving higher power. And I know it takes a lot of maturity to get into that instance where an action you caused the life of death and it's still time to forgive, or somebody killed someone that is close to you and that you love, so it's time to forgive. That's a lot to ask of someone.
You're right. But
that's a lot.
But look, now, granted, you're more entitled to feel that way, and that's not wrong. But do I do it publicly in a versus situation?
I don't think this was the first time that these gentlemen have spoken to each other, been around each other.
They spoke. I know for a fact they ran into each other at a restaurant prior to this, and they spoke on the phone prior to this.
They would have had to. You can't just publicly pop up with all this going on.
This was discussed.
No, they had to talk at some point.
Agreed. So again,
I don't know. I think a lot of niggas
said,
killed Jeezy for doing it. I'm not going to be one of those
I didn't kill
people.
him. I'm just saying my man, what's his name?
Kinky B.
Kinky B has, from his street perspective, he has some valid points.
But if I'm Jeezy, and I'm not trying to shit on the streets, please. I'm still, everybody in the streets that watch this, I'm not shitting on y'all. If I'm Jeezy, do I give a fuck what the streets think right now?
Yes.
No, you don't.
No,
That's
you don't.
not true.
You
because
do
that's
not
the
give a fuck.
I'm
what the
married to
streets-
Anna Mae. I mean, I hope
Jenny
I'm not.
Mae.
Jenny Mae, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
married to Jenny Mae. I
Annie
wasn't trying to
Mae.
be funny.
No.
No.
He
I'm
does
married to
care.
Jenny Mae.
He does
the other
care.
day.
It's a
'Cause
different-
It's a contradiction that he don't care.
Bro, if I'm not
The contradiction of I don't give a fuck about the streets anymore means that why would you plan this for your rollout?
What's street about this?
His whole content in his music is street music. So if he didn't give
Have
a
you
fuck-
listened to his current album? He's not talking street shit
Yeah,
in the
I'm
album.
not.
That's the point.
Yeah,
I'm not that Jeezy that I used to be.
I
He
could
said
show up
that
and
shit.
play my old songs. Yeah, like I said, he said it. I could show up
He
and play
said
my
it.
old songs and not subscribe to that old way of thinking today.
I agree.
These are old classics.
then
This is what the people
playing-
wanted to see in doing the verses.
I'm taking. Well, this is where I'm gonna bow out because I didn't hear his new album. Right. So if his new album is the typical Jeezy shit that he's been,
It's not.
It's not.
well,
It's not.
Then
It's
it might be
grown, it's
something.
mature.
No, again,
Right.
That's where I'm
It's,
gonna
yo, I'm
bow
off
out
the
because I
street
didn't.
shit. I'm married, jails, death. This is what it brings you. Y'all I used to live this, but now I'm living this. He tried to make his
Cool.
version of 444.
Cool. Okay.
Without the
Okay.
But it was soul samples.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
absolutely.
No. I feel you. Again, if he was still talking the same old shit,
look
then
the
you
album
saying
cover with the beret.
right.
Yeah, like
And he got killed for that.
You see what he's on.
Black Panther G. Like he got killed.
that,
This is
he got
a
the caddy
new.
with the spokes. I feel him. I'm just saying that if he was talking that same old shit, then you're
He got Demi Lovato on his album. I think it.
And that record actually went. I was very shocked. That's one of my favorites on that album.
Yeah?
I did not
go
expect
back to
that
that
at all. I was like, oh shit, this is hard. But yeah,
All right, on this podcast, we don't need a Demi Lovato breakdown.
I didn't break
Just
it down.
letting everyone know.
My
You're
bad.
talking about your shock for it.
I was shocked.
You do that on your We Love Demi Lovato podcast. All right, we have a guest upstairs. Should we bring our guest down to get acclimated for a quick second? Bring him down, man. We'll keep talking. The Tina Turner doc on, where was that I saw that? HBO Max?
Oh, it's on HBO Max?
That was on HBO Max.
I'm bugging.
The Tina Turner doc.
I gotta get it.
I didn't see it. I heard it was.
It's like a 5-part doc that has the option to be rolled into all one. I saw it as one long film piece.
I like that, by the way.
Let me tell you guys.
1 to 10.
Steve, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man? You are a rich fuck. You are a rich fuck, man. Come sit right by me, man. Right where I like you to be. Come here, sit down here with your fucking. What the hell is this? Some rich bag. This bag, don't this bag look
That's
like
nice.
this look like yo Steve, man. Yo, man. Something like first. Can I open this? Yeah. It's got some weight to it. This is a nice bag, you fucking rich piece of shit. Let's see. Oh yeah, see. See, come on, man. What are you saying? What is this?
You see what it is?
No. I want you to tell the people that can't see.
Oh, it's called on the camera.
Can you talk into the mic?
The Chateau Mouton Rothschild 06, just a real light. Then we hit the ace real quick. We can put the ace on ice right now.
The ace.
Let's get that chill.
Put this on. You heard what the man said. Yo, you can put that on ice right now.
I don't know if you guys cigars in there, whatever you guys want to do.
I like cigars.
In the front.
Whoa!
Correct.
I see. I'm ghetto. I see it. I'm ghetto.
Joe, you gotta give him some applause, man. He came with the bike.
Nah, he did. He did. Let me hit the round of applause for. Oh, Steve, look at that.
Oh, you gotta zip it all the way down, man.
He's not accustomed to nice shit, you know.
Open it up, boom, boom. Everything is smooth. You see how open that? How smooth that
Everything
open
is smooth. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Stoute is here to join us. Let me hit the round of applause one more time.
Yeah.
He brought me a really beautiful, rich nigga looking bag filled with some, what's this, some Rothschild.
Some Rothschild,
That's a rich
some
name.
Ace.
Some Ace. Cigars. This is beautiful, man. You know what this reminds me of?
No.
Let me tell you what this reminds me of.
No.
I was in Miami by happenstance, right? By happenstance, I was in Miami. I was chasing my dick, looking for something to do for the night.
Of course. That's what you do in Miami.
Yeah. Wound up with a really good friend of mine. And she told me to run over to this spot because Steve was over there, and Steve is my guy. So I ran over to the spot, and it was mixy. It was white girls partying, techno music. They were Spanish. That's what the rich niggas say. They call a white girl Spanish.
That's not even true.
Hey, it was white girls. Listen, it was white girls partying. There were like billionaires. There was billionaires everywhere, right? Like, it was a lot going on. And I tapped Steve Stoute and I said, yo, man, this is a movie. And he was drunk and he just didn't, whatever, have fun, man. And then 10 minutes later, a white guy with an accent came in the club. And he was carrying something kind of like Steve with the book bag. I'm going to tell this story. I don't care if you get in trouble. And he was like, yo, man, Steve said, yo, this gentleman... just put him on a first-class trip from London because he's got this black diamond that I was searching for years. And he found it for me. Anywhere in the world, this is XXX amount of dollars, but he got it for me, and he brought it here. Look at this beautiful piece. Oh, I'm sorry. And he pulled this thing out in the club, and it was a beautiful piece of jewelry, whatever this was, a diamond. And at that point, I knew.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was the... Oh, it's so hot.
Whatever that was, it was a beautiful piece. It was a beautiful diamond. It was.
It was a beautiful black diamond. It was the Star of Africa. It's a lapel pin.
That's big money talk.
I mean, these are real things. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Yo, these are, Savon, these are real things, right?
I'm gonna use that line one day, by the way.
Steve, how you doing, man? This is a long time
good,
coming
man.
with us getting you on the pod.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you.
I wanted to come here. I've been asking to come here for a minute, man.
Got you in the welfare chair.
Yeah,
that's a director's chair.
That's a good director's chair.
I'm sure you've directed something at some point.
No. Home movies.
Sure.
A lot of those in Miami, the home movies.
It's been going on for years.
Got it. You probably are one of the inventors of those home movies.
That's
in
not
hip-hop.
true. No.
Probably.
Don't try to go that far.
But you've been here a long time in hip hop, and that's why I'm glad to have you here because your name is part of so many legendary stories in hip hop. And even if you don't know those things because you're young, today you have UnitedMasters, right? Yeah. You're in plenty of pictures with Nas sipping wine, saying that y'all are better than us. Like you got a lot of shit going on. So when we see it, for me, what you symbolize is one of the guys that came in under the old regime, the old set of rules, maybe learned from the old set of rules, and then had to adapt however many years later when you realize, much like this generation, okay, a lot of that stuff that we learned and the way that we did things, we could probably do it differently and do it a little better. What do you say to that?
Yeah, it was probably two or three transitions from the time I got in the business. I got in 90. I got in the business in 92. 91, 92 with Kid and Play. The first thing I did that was Steve Stoute doing something was I did the theme music for the Martin Lawrence show.
Oh, wow.
You did that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. So I found a producer, this kid named Steve Kitt, and I knew Martin. He was Kid and Play. He used to sleep on the couch. He was on the come up, you know. And when he got the show, he gave me the opportunity, and I had my producer Steve did the theme music, and that was really the first thing that got me going in managing producers. And I got my confidence that I could figure it out, and it went from that to Nas, and then Nas to Will Smith, and then Will Smith to
Trackmasters before Nas.
Yeah. Well, Trackmasters and Nas was the same time.
Okay.
Both 95, and then Mary and Will Smith, and then it ended Enrique Iglesias, and then it just started going on and on and on.
It's a resume there.
But, coming up in the business.
It's a resume when you could say, and it just went on and on and on. It went on and on by the grace of God.
But then I left. But the thing that was crazy, and it's a very important part of being an entrepreneur, and really just knowing yourself, was when I left the music business in 1999, when I departed, I felt like I could do more for the music business outside of the music business. Mm-hmm. And I went into advertising. And people thought that was crazy because I was running Interscope and it was big, and we had just did 8 Mile, and it was just all these things. But I knew if I went into the advertising business, nobody was there that I could make something happen. And I'm into that kind of thing. I'm into, like, if there's no footsteps, then let me just go do it. Let me go lay those things down, and I'll do the work. And when I got to advertising, I mean, the first big thing that I did, but I knew people would love it, and it was just my gut instinct, was the Allen Iverson Jadakiss commercial. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, man, are you kidding me? Like, I know I could do this, and I know people are gonna love this shit. And they were playing the commercial on the radio. And it was just like, I was like, oh, we could do that. And then that led to, let's do the S Carters. Let's do sneakers. Let's take it one step further. And we did the S Carters, the G Units, the ice creams with Pharrell. And, it became a thing in 2003, 2004. And then I'm loving it. And it just, with McDonald's, and it really has gone on. And then it went back to music. And with UnitedMasters.
So basically, you're one of the original brand ambassadors of this thing.
No, I'm the guy who did it. I'm the guy. There is no other person. When you talk about hip hop being in advertising and treating it like treating the artists like brands and taking that around the world, there is no other person. There's not a second person to name.
So you consciously did that. You knew it was lacking from white America.
I knew it. I got a glimpse of it. When we did Men in Black, and the album sold 10 million copies, and the glasses sold more than the album, and nobody even talked about it, because in the music business, the issue was we made so much money because consumers, you guys were kids, we were selling you guys an album for $16 in which you only really like one song.
Yeah, he's probably
Right.
your age.
Well, I did see. Not
He just looks good. But
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Well, you.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. That's his tagline. But yeah, the rest of us.
Yeah, I got it.
You buy the one album. You buy the album for the margin on that is huge, right? Because it's only one song. You're making so much money, you're not even thinking about all of the other ancillary businesses that you are not making money off of. Like, all the money that was made off of ringtones, that record companies didn't own the ringtone business. They was just giving the money away. So I'm not one to get into that. Like, I learned from my dad. Like, my dad grew up like a merchant marine mechanic. Like, it don't make a difference, man. No matter what the job is, you got to do the job like it's that job. Mm-hmm. Just because we're making so much money in entertainment doesn't mean you work less because you make more money. Put the same effort in as a plumber, as a mechanic, as somebody else who ain't got shit. And that's what I did. And so when I left, I'm like, I'm going to figure this thing out, because what I didn't want to see anymore was like, you watch Fruit Loop commercials and then you got like somebody doing fake rap in the background and all that stupid shit, and you're looking at it like, this ain't even real. Let's put the real dudes in it. So I'm like, I'm going to be the guy to figure out how to get the real dudes in it. And I just chipped away at it and got it done.
What side of the fence were you on when Super Ugly dropped?
Which side of the fence was I on? I was never.
That's an important question.
No, I understand.
You fly with both.
But can I get some alcohol? I mean,
of course you can.
Or we can drink the wine.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
They got wine.
Don't treat our guests like this.
I'll get some water.
Not out of a plastic cup like the rest of us do either.
Nah, we're gonna hit the wine, man.
Yeah, come on. Yo, don't do that again neither. I didn't like how we was represented just now. They shouldn't have to ask for the wine.
Nah, you can't bring the wine and then have to ask one.
Yeah, come on, man. You guys show me a fucking black diamond.
You guys
in the
got
club.
washing machines in the operation.
In the club.
There's certain things we got to clean up around here, Joe.
Hey, we got to wash it and dry it.
We got to wash it and dry it and get out of here.
Shit got to get clean. Shit got to get clean, Steve.
Yeah, well,
see, and you come from the humble beginnings of hip hop. I don't want to ask you about where you found Nas at, but it was a wash and dry around.
There was a wash and dry definitely around.
Come on, man. Steve, we come from humble beginnings at this podcast.
We do.
And our old spot was a lot smaller than this.
And dingier.
And we just made magic out of a really small spot. So we got to this new spot, right? Mm-hmm. After the Spotify deal, all that shit that imploded, we got here. And we had some minor issues with our co-hosts, our normal co-hosts of however many years. And Ish and Ice are doing me the solid of filling in while whatever internal issues get handled. So they're not normal podcasters. They're hip hop lovers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I hate podcasts, actually.
But they're not
So
normal.
how did you, I mean, not you, how did you get you into this gig, man?
It's a favor, one, but the typical conversation is normal barbershop shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that we discuss or that we cover is normal stuff that we talk about on a day-to-day basis, just shooting the shit in the house, playing cards.
You think niggas are going to come through with the Rothschild on you, though, right?
Nah.
They don't come through that with the barber.
Somebody did that.
Yeah. So
It's actually good.
So that's where we land.
It's fantastic. What are you talking about?
My bad.
I thought you were one of the perfect guests to have here.
That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. I come with gifts.
No,
Big personality,
I need
charm.
to get one of those little party cases. Man. That's a nice little
Big
party case you got.
personality.
I come with as a full package, man.
He had
What
the
you talking
bag
about?
specific for liquor and cigars.
That was fancy.
That was a nice bag, though. That was a nice
Little
bag.
alligator. That was nice.
Steve, what's happening with UnitedMasters? What's going on with UnitedMasters?
What's going on is we're just past 1 million artists united on our platform, all independent artists.
Applause,
Let
man.
me hit an air
Yeah, come
horn for
on.
this
1
guy,
million
man.
artists
Well, before can you? For
I
those
gotta
who,
say 1 million. Hold on, you gotta keep making me say 1 million over and over again.
For those who are not,
How many artists?
1 million.
Okay, now. All right. That's a lot of artists.
that is a
So
lot.
I use DistroKid. Why are you better than DistroKid?
Well, wait, before you answer,
Well, that's-
for those who
I'll
are not
get to
You
that
ready
in a
to
second.
attack?
No,
That's not even an attack.
that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Well, wait, for people who are not familiar,
Let's hear from Ice.
For people who are not familiar, can you give them some what it like? If I've never heard of United
Expound.
Artists,
Yeah.
can you tell me? You know,
You said expelled?
expound.
Expelled. I'm double checking
He's
all
a
the
rich
fucking words
bastard.
here.
He's a rich bastard, this guy.
So, UnitedMasters is distribution. If you want to distribute music and get it on the DSPs, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, and others, you go through UnitedMasters. Rather than signing a record deal, you can go through UnitedMasters, go through your phone, get the music uploaded on the DSPs, and then start to earn money on your songs.
So an artist can't do that themselves. Like an artist can't.
You just
submit a
can't go
record
to Apple and
I mean, they
upload
can. They can try
the music
it.
directly.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not.
They can
really-
try it. They can try to do it
through.
themselves.
You have to go through a service to do that. Like,
Okay.
right? You have to go through an incubator service to do that. A distributor. We happen to be the best at it. So to answer your question about DistroKid,
Or anyone. It's not specific.
anyone or
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
whatever. They all do one side of what their business do is very similar. They do distribution, but we have an agency built inside of UnitedMasters called Translation.
Okay.
And this agency represents the biggest brands: AT&T, State Farm, the NBA, ESPN, the Knicks. And as an example, and what we have on one side is artists, 1 million artists, and I always look at artists as creating cultural currency. They always create trends. We have that on one side, and on the other side we have brands. And this creates a marketplace where they can work together. And they work together, and we coordinate that all within our offices.
Okay.
So having those level of brand opportunities is much more unique than what those other services
Yeah, they
have.
don't do much. They don't. They just put you out there.
Yeah.
That's
That's your problem because you're over there.
touche.
You can't say that to people, man.
No, you can. You
can't say that to people.
That's what you're supposed to
He
do.
asked me a very tough question. He
said,
that's a tough question.
yeah, you gotta give it back to him.
You said that's a tough question. I'm like, no, it's not. I gave him a tough answer.
Hey,
I'm just
Joe,
saying,
that's
if you
he
want-
got 1 million artists. He can say that.
That's funny.
He can say that.
No,
Yeah.
you bum. You over there.
Yeah, you
No,
over
I didn't
there.
say that.
No, that's funny.
No, I didn't say that. I wouldn't do that. Disrespect
that's
like
a
that. I'm
good-
just saying.
But now, your position, like you just said to Parks, that's your problem. You're over there. I would assume.
I want you over here. I want to get all the artists over here.
Maybe
But
I'm good.
I would assume that your position creates enemies with distribution.
Yo, I'm just showing everybody the fact that you definitely put me in a wine glass, and it says Chrisette Michelle, the artist, on it.
That's Michelle line. That's branding.
Is that true?
That's branding. Look what you brought to the game. Look what you did to the game.
I was just honoring your legacy, you know?
The position you sit in, doesn't it put you at odds with some of the distributors and labels? Like labels hate you, right?
Well, the labels, I'm sure, don't like our
They hate you.
positioning. Well,
They hate you.
Well, the labels are starting to do things like buy independent record companies now because they realize they just bought AWOL. Sony did. They realize that they got to start. This is the future, right? The fastest growing segment in the music business are independent artists. So they didn't like me in the beginning, but they're actually starting to buy those
they don't
companies.
like you now, Steve.
Okay. Well, that may
They
have
still
something to
don't
do with
like
what that may have something to do with just me personally.
There
I don't
we
know.
go, okay.
All right. But outside of that part of it, I think that the industry is morphing and changing. It's no different, Joe, speaking of not liking people, the way people feel about you.
Yeah. Because you still not like.
No, they don't like me.
Especially this week.
Right? Why would they like Joe? Well, because Joe decided that he didn't want to sign a deal and do the status quo, that he wanted to be independent and control his future. These are the values that I've been speaking about for years. This is actually what connected us. Because I wasn't really a fan of Joe as a rapper or anything of that matter. But as Joe morphed into his new role
And can I
in
tell you
chapter
guys
in
that
life,
all the executives say that about Joe the rapper?
Yeah.
I wasn't into Joe the rapper.
But as he
I'll take
changed, what he says and what he's talking about is crazy. And as soon as we were meeting up in Harlem. We met a few times. We was just talking. I was like, what he's going to do and where his heart is at is going to be part of tomorrow. And it was exactly what I want to do at UnitedMasters. And the fact that he just did the deal with Patron, it's going to fuck things up. Because now you have the next wave of creators saying, I could do that too. With the deal that I announced recently with Apple being an investor in UnitedMasters, what makes this important is now what I'm saying and what they're saying is it's an option to go independent. Like if you go to a major label, that's one option. But just because you go independent doesn't mean you don't have the same opportunities. Prior, you think if you go independent, you're definitely going to get jerked on the opportunities. You're not going to get a shot to get this and that.
Work.
Yeah, but now what we're saying is, what my goal is to not say, fuck the record companies, but it's just one option. You can go take an advance and sign your rights away, or you can control your rights, come to UnitedMasters and get similar opportunities.
Gotcha.
That's the goal.
Gotcha.
Right? And I think that's what, Joe, you're building what you're doing now, and like you want people to say, you could sign to this company or that company, or you can be independent, own your rights. It may take longer to make the money, but you own yourself in perpetuity, and there's value to that.
Absolutely.
That's where I think that's what Joe thinks all the value is. But my stance today, Steve, is I can't convince people of that anymore. Like, I can't twist people's arm to know where the value is, to tell them how they should go about their business. But the shit that you just named is the shit that I've been on, is the shit I'll continue to be on. And that's just, I'm not wavering on some of that. Like, that's where I come from. I've did the majors. I've done the independent. I see where I like. I see where I'm happy. I see where I land. And some of those ideologies are present in podcasting as well.
You know, some people, if you're not really talented and you don't believe that you're going to make it, it might be the right idea to just take the bag because you don't believe in yourself. That might be the better financial decision.
Sure.
But if you're committed to your craft and you believe in yourself.
And you work hard.
And you work hard for sure.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to take short money.
Yeah.
What is there to question if that's the case?
Because there's a lot of people that believe in themselves and have talent. It's the work hard part that separates, I think, in my opinion, the people that make it long term.
But I'll tell you this right now, but I don't care if you have a record deal or you have a podcast deal. If you are not using your social tools and you're not working hard at marketing yourself, it ain't gonna work anyway. Facts. You can have a record deal. If you're not using your social media in a way to engage your audience, you're not gonna get shit done. It's the same thing with podcasts and everything else. So the bet's on you no matter what.
Yeah.
You working hard is batteries included now. This ain't back in the days where you just show up and somebody just put makeup on you and slap a outfit on you and be like, go on MTV and get it done.
Right.
No.
You got to work.
You got to do the work anyway.
Yeah, that exists in the major label system for sure.
Speaking of doing the work, I'll share with you a private conversation that I shouldn't share publicly.
Is it private?
Not between you and I, but I had this conversation with someone else in confidence, and I'll share pieces of it with you.
Thank you.
Just to see you respond in real time.
No problem.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and they were telling me that there was a Zoom call recently. It was a very important Zoom call. What I'm learning as somebody that's trying to get as much money as y'all is y'all have secret.
Who's y'all?
Y'all. You know, you're into y'all. You're into y'all. But y'all,
Joe acts broke. I'm gonna see how long he can keep pulling this joke.
You, Puff, it's a different type of money. It's a different type. I don't hate anything.
And that's a salute to you.
Yeah. You've been doing it a long time. So listen. So they were telling me about a Zoom call, and it was a Zoom call like for some important matter that brokies shouldn't be involved in, right? And it was you. Let's make up some names.
Puff,
Hove, some important figures.
Yeah.
And y'all were supposed to speak about New York issues.
Yeah. It's very
Does this ring a bell yet?
From the first word you said.
The person that was telling me the story laughed because it's you, let's say Hove and Puff, speaking about very important New York issues.
Yeah.
But you looked wealthy in Miami by a beachfront.
Yeah.
Hove looked wealthy by a beachfront that wasn't New York, and Puff looked wealthy by a beachfront that wasn't New York. And the person had to say, yo, dogs, you niggas gotta go change. Y'all have to change.
True.
You can't fight for these New York policies and all this important shit.
With all that designer on.
That's true. Well, part of it is true. The part that's true was that we actually do care about New York City, and we did have a conversation about New York, and how is New York going to return post COVID, and that really matters. That's why we got on this call, and we taped this for that reason. Now, if you look at that and you go, oh well, look what he has on, or look what he has on, and they don't look like they care. There's no other reason to do it. Like I can't not be who I am. I came from Queens. I went to 5 colleges. I didn't graduate, and you know the whole story. It's documented what I did. It's not like I just got to the in front of the beach with the thing. I love New York City. New York City and every dirty piece of shit version of it has helped me get to where I am. And what I don't want is for New York to fuck around and turn into Detroit because, people start to leave and it ends up getting fucked up. And it's concerning. It's very concerning to Puff. It's very concerning to Jay. It's very concerning to Nas. It's concerning to a lot, whether you live in New York or not. New York City.
Why is it concerning to people that don't live in New York?
Because New York, there's something about New York that you take with you no matter where you go.
Got it. New York pride.
You take it no matter where you go, man. And you don't ever want that to go nowhere. That's why.
So do you think that new entrepreneurs, right, that bump into their first bit of money should stay in New York?
No, it's not about staying in New York.
No, it's a separate point. I'm asking.
Okay,
I'm asking, do you, and when you talk about the state of New York and the future of New York, do you see new, young, black entrepreneurs staying in New York with their new wealth?
Listen,
because that's the conversation I'm having with a lot of people.
Now, this is
out
my
there.
problem. If New York thinks that the solution out of this is just raising the taxes ridiculously and making it so that you have to pay 70% of your money to live in New York and get shitty services, then no, they shouldn't be in New York. If New York is going to cost so much to live in it and what you get back out of it doesn't return, no, you shouldn't live in New York.
Okay.
Why is that new? It's always been that.
No, they're raising
outside of the tax issue, it's always been cramped. It's always been
expensive
as fuck. And
inconvenient
again,
in
what
a
you
million ways.
get for your dollar hasn't ever really been a thing. New York is living off of
New York. Listen,
You disagree?
I disagree with you. I disagree with you because it's expensive but rich with opportunity.
I agree.
And so you
I
can't.
fall on that side.
Yeah.
So when you
So that's that.
So is it the metropolitan area then? You mean? Because you can haul ass to New Jersey and have
very, very specific.
No, I'm saying I'm from Jersey. Nah, I'm not saying that like that. I'm from Jersey.
You know the taxes in Jersey is high too.
High shit.
Higher. The highest.
And you don't get shit.
The high. We get a yard, nigga. Don't do that. And we got a parking
opportunities?
I got a
spot.
yard.
Okay, how about opportunities?
Steve, it's 10 minutes.
But it's right there. Like,
It's 10 minutes.
No, but I'm just saying it's New Jersey though.
I can get crickets.
But I can get to New York faster than New Yorkers.
Exactly.
Explain that.
I can walk. I can walk to New York. I can walk to New York City from my house.
You can take
I don't have to take a ferry, nothing. I can walk to New York City and be there faster than the person in Queens trying to get to Manhattan. That's what I mean.
Oh, you can get to the city
distance,
faster.
proximity.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
And that was my question. Like, yo, are you speaking from the tri-state area when you say New York?
Yeah.
Is rich with opportunity?
I'm saying that New York City is rich with opportunity. Full stop.
Got you. I agree.
All right.
It is.
And all of the places that are in close proximity to it all benefit
from that.
If we lose that, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
And if they raise taxes to the point where all of these companies leave, it turns those opportunities.
I agree.
And then all of a sudden, New Jersey's not New Jersey anymore. Because New Jersey is great because it's proximity to New York.
I agree with
you.
But if New Jersey has proximity to Detroit,
Cleveland,
then you
or
become Cleveland.
Tennessee. Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Yeah,
I
good
totally
point.
agree with that.
I agree.
Can I tell you my favorite Steve Stoute story in
No.
the past 2 years? That's not personal between us.
Oh my God.
I was sitting home. You're the man. You've caused me so much joy that you don't know about. I was sitting home watching First Take. And you popped up. And I was like, oh, that's my man Steve.
Yeah.
And I'm a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
So I want to hear what he got to say. You know this incident? And you went on there talking a whole bunch of shit you shouldn't have said. And then they snatched your ass off of that screen and never let you talk again for the Knicks. And I said, see, can't have no hip-hop nigga up there talking real talk about no team.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite moments because you was up there kicking it like we kick it.
Well, it was very. It was hot on that set, and it's hot in this set too. First of all, I think Stephen A. is fantastic.
He is.
He is fucking great.
He's fantastic
He's
and,
from Queens.
and underpaid.
And from Queens.
He's the man. Yeah.
And
Huge inspiration.
you know, I enjoy doing the marketing for the Knicks. I love the Knicks. I mean, I grew up in New York. I love the Knicks.
I think it's smart for them to have you.
Yeah.
I told you that before.
But and you see what's happening this season. It's amazing. The way they're playing hard.
Man, be even more
Shit,
amazing
damn.
if they drafted Tyler Hansborough, whatever his name is in
But
Sacramento. But we'll talk about that.
Leon and Wes have done an amazing
killing.
job. Shit.
They're killing.
Coach
Yes.
Tibbs, the whole thing is just ridiculous.
Clicking.
It's great.
It's cooking.
It's
I like
clicking. And when fans come back, forget it. It's going to be great. The Garden's going to feel magic.
So we're not
again.
going to see you at the Barclays. Like I saw you. I bumped into you at the Barclays. That was D-Wade's last game.
Oh, yeah, that was a great night.
D-Wade's last game.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Real
Yeah,
good night.
Yeah.
So no more Barclays for you.
Nah, I'm a Knicks. I'm running with the Knicks. We don't go to Barclays. We go to Barclays to see the Knicks.
Yeah, when the Knicks play.
Yeah.
When the Knicks play.
Yeah.
What else do I need to ask Steve about? There's so much shit to get into with you. Is there any Nas stuff I need to know from Steve?
There's no Nas shit. There's no Nas.
The Grammy win. The
We could
well,
talk
you
about
could tell
money,
me about that.
things. Let's talk about
Money is
independence.
ruining my life.
Let's talk.
Independence is ruining my life.
No, it's
All
not.
of this stuff that I stand for is ruining my fucking life.
Why, man?
Because as I attempt to and this is too much real talk now. As I attempt to build a business or be an entrepreneur or stand by some of my codes and morals that I live by, it is causing an issue with people that I may have grown up with. Let's say that. There we go. It's like when I got a record deal, some of the people that I was doing breaking and enterings with and robbing gas stations with, they maybe didn't understand the move. I'm serious.
They was like, why did you stop?
I'm serious. They didn't get
That's
the
usually how it
vision.
go.
So now here we go, right? And let's not even get to now. A few years ago, there was some people in my life that was like, yo, man, you doing all right, so I should be doing all right. And I tried to explain taxes to them in that moment.
Man, that's a bad idea.
It's a bad conversation to have,
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
When you're talking about somebody you grew up with.
Well, they're like, we used to rob gas stations. Why are you talking about taxes?
We shared cupcakes together. We've done everything together, and you telling me about taxes right now? So I mean, at every step of the way, there's been like a huge lesson for me to learn, right? And I learned from guys like you, whole Puff, the people that have Andre Harrell, rest in peace, my guy. Like the people that, we don't even need to get there, but the people that, you know what I mean? Y'all. And when you try to implement some of that stuff today, you're dealing with like internet kids and just like, it's just a different time. Well, it's different than y'all doing it in the 90s and doing it today.
I think
y'all
that's never changed, Joe. There's always going to be survivor's remorse. That was a show. LeBron and Maverick Carter did Survivor's Remorse. It was about a guy who made it, and it was all of the unintended effects of making it. Family. Look, I just read this last night, man. Can you believe Kobe's mother-in-law, his wife's, Vanessa's mom, is suing the estate?
She sued the estate.
She's suing her daughter?
Yeah.
Look at that. For watching the kids?
Yeah.
I mean, these are real things that you can't even, once money gets involved, unfortunately, all bets are off. You don't know who your friends are until there's money or women involved.
I know, but I'm asking you how you deal with that. How have
Joe,
you dealt with that?
You probably give it because you love somebody. You give them the benefit of the doubt, but then it becomes a thing where you can't move. I mean, you have no options. You're back against the wall. Either you're gonna stay still and stuck in the moment, or you're gonna figure out, yo, we gotta cut ties. We gotta move on, man. When you have a relationship with somebody, and every single time y'all talk, everything is like, yo, remember the time when we. It's time to go.
Right.
You ain't got no new conversations. You ain't got no new words, man.
Looking back.
You need some new words.
Damn it, that hurts. What you
Chrisette
saying?
Michelle, hey.
He's absolutely right, though.
No.
I understand.
On the Denzel movie, when he's like, yo, what you gonna do? Your success took a shot at you. What you gonna do? Be unsuccessful? You can't be stagnant because everybody can't grow with you. You gotta grow. And that's gonna mean letting some people fall by the wayside.
It's hard.
That you grew up with.
And you don't want to feel like a sellout. You're like everybody you shitted on. You feel like a hypocrite. And you know what, Joe? You're focused on what you're doing. This craft, you got one shot to get this right and change your family's fortunes forever, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to finish this job. And you got to finish it off. And if anybody gets in the way of that, they're going to have to deal with it and see you later, man. And this is what it is.
That's how I feel, but it hurts.
The process
that
hurts.
Is how I feel.
The process hurts.
But man, it hurts.
The process hurts.
That's it. I mean, that's it.
The real ones understand, man. I got family members who really go, okay. They didn't understand for a while. And then it turns over time. They're like, oh shit, now I understand really what you're doing. There's a couple things that happen and they go, oh, it could be things in their life that get them more matured, or they see you ascending to a place where people are like, oh shit, you're related to Steve Stoute? And they go, he really wasn't fucking around 15 years ago when he said this, that, and the third. My mom used to be mad at me a lot because I'm like, why, go to more family events, go to this and that. I'm like, nah, I got to go to see Nas and that. Like, that was more important than the family event. Stuff. And they made me feel bad about that. And now they understand, right? And imagine if I didn't do it and didn't have a chance for them ever to understand. I just lost the opportunity. Opportunities aren't waiting for you, Joe.
Let me ask you, though. Do you think they're more open to understanding it because now mommy doesn't have a mortgage?
I think...
You get what I'm saying?
I think in the mommy part of it...
Well, once you see it working...
Yeah, once you see... I want to give them... Once they see it working... Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to work. If it has to work for them, that's a different selfish shit.
But then they get... But then it's crystal clear to them, though.
I'm just saying, if it's crystal clear to them, not because you paid for their mortgage, but because they see that you're succeeding.
It's crystal clear,
Yeah, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be clear only if it's to their benefit. If they love you, they should be happy for you.
Like, my mom understood what was going on before I bought her house. Like, she knew what was going on.
Different, though. Your mother's way more insightful than most.
Well, I'm saying that because even our parents, my parents are, I won't say their age, but they're older.
My mother's insightful. What are you talking about?
I don't know your mother, Steve.
I'm just saying.
I'm not taking a shot at you.
It felt like that. Like,
felt a little shottish, right?
What are you talking about, nigga? It's always the most light-skinned motherfucker talking shit, Yes. Light skin motherfucker. Get these niggas.
Oh man.
My mom.
Fake Christopher Williams. Oh my God.
Light skinned nigga from the back.
Yeah. That's funny, yo.
You still work with the Trackmasters?
Tone is my best friend, man.
Yeah.
I don't work with them anymore.
I feel like they're underrated.
Oh. Underrated. I can't believe
underappreciated, maybe. Underappreciated.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, I definitely wanted to get that verses off with them. Sexy thing. I wanted to get that verses off with
That's what
you
doing,
wasn't outside.
You want to see me?
That's what you're doing, yo.
Jermaine Dupri.
Steve don't know nothing about this. Hold up for a minute. Mic check, you know what I mean? Hey, this is the remix, by the way.
That's definitely the remix.
This is the remix. Some of y'all don't know. They sold remixes separately back then.
And it was almost a different song.
Come on, man. This Yeah, she was outside. You know a little bit about this, right? Yeah, you 47, nigga. Shit. Yeah, let's get the bread. Damn, Steve was working in hip hop when this dropped. You an old fuck.
Not that old, but yeah. I
No,
started
this
young.
is 92.
Yeah.
92.
How old were you in 92?
92.
22.
Really?
Yeah. I started when I was 21. I started when I was 21 in the record business as Kid and Play's road manager. First time when I went up to Uptown Records was the day that Magic Johnson said he had AIDS. And I watched it in Puffy's office. It was Puffy, who I just met, Andre Harrell,
My man.
and we all sat there and we watched him. He had a press conference. But he had AIDS at the thing. That was like, when I had been in the music business, like maybe 7 months before that.
I was in 12th grade.
Yeah. And,
I ain't gonna say my age. I'm chilling.
I'm gonna tell you something I learned about. I think about this all the time about this idea of fame, and just completely changing subjects. But I used to watch Kid and Play, and they had lost their way as musicians, and they were walking around, and people would go up to them and ask them for their autograph.
Mm-hmm.
And every time people asked them for their autograph, in their minds, it was like, oh shit, we popping.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that people would ask you for your autograph, but they would never buy your shit. They just would ask you for your autograph. And it's the same thing now with followers and likes and shit. Like, they don't give a fuck about you because, like, all of a sudden you have all these followers, you have all these likes, and then you drop a song and you try to sell some skincare or some bullshit, and the shit don't break out. It don't even matter. And you're like, well, I have this many people follow me. How come they don't care? Because they really aren't into you like that.
Right.
There's people who like you, and there's people who love you.
It's funny you say that. At UnitedMasters, are you attempting to target true talent, or are you attempting to target musicians that have numbers behind them?
I am, first of all, we're a platform. I'm not targeting anybody.
Yeah, it's everyone.
It's everyone. I'm not targeting anybody. If you want to get your music distributed and you have 20 fans or you have 2 million fans, man, do your thing.
So it's not you soliciting actively.
I'm not soliciting actively, no.
Do you take a percentage, or is it like a fee-based?
There's choice. You could pay $5 a month
Okay.
and keep 100% of your money, or you can pay free up front and you get 90%, we get 10.
Does either of those impact the licensing part?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I'm paying you $5 a month.
Yeah.
Buddy.
You can pay $5 a month. You can do whatever you want. Joe,
That's pretty fly though.
That is super dope.
What we doing? We're not
That
doing
shit is
anything.
amazing.
They got Apple invested in the company, Google invested in the company, Andreessen Horowitz invested in the company. I'm certainly not fucking around. I got great technology behind the company. It's all real. You can check it every sideways, upside down. It's all good. And I don't care what anybody says.
That's dope.
I took the long route. I've been doing this shit since I was 21 years old. I took the fucking long route. Every single stone I turned over. Every step of the way.
What do you think about, just on a general hip hop question, what do you think about all of the rappers and all of the gun charges that are happening currently? Are you aware? If you're not, I can tell you.
I'm very aware.
Like, what do you think about that? Is that
Targeting?
Targeting? Are we complicit as a culture in that? Is that the new concoction for success moving forward? Like, it seems we're targeting less musicians and more people with stories to sell.
Well, Joe, that's the long version of that theory is fame and talent always had a relationship. Always had a great relationship. And in the last, I'd say 10 years, fame has told talent, I got
Apart,
you.
yeah.
Peace out. Motherfuckers will set themselves on fire for fame. If you're talent, you're not even.
We've seen it.
You don't even know what to do.
We touched on it earlier.
Yeah, fame versus talent, man. They're at war. They used to be co-conspirators. Now they're at war. And fame and people are like, I'm running. Once the public started incentivizing fame, talent had to take an L.
Right.
And talent's taking an L right now. Now, there's obviously going to be great talent that is bigger than life. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, you know, you watch people who are talented have to do things to be famous because if they can't get the fame part off, You got to get attention, man. These kids are putting guns in videos and doing everything that they're doing. They get the attention. If they can get the song off behind it, cool. But they know that if they put the guns in the video and do all kind of crazy shit, it will get views.
The notoriety.
And they'll have notoriety. And it's where we are in culture. I mean, people put tattoos all over their bodies and faces and shit like that. I mean, and people are like, oh shit, who's that? A nigga who's stupid with a fucking tattoo on his face.
Well, these kids believe, fame by any means necessary.
Yeah, but again,
whatever I got to do to get it.
That translates all genres of music. That's not a hip hop thing.
No, I think
that's a societal thing.
No, I think it's really bad.
No,
it's gonna go. It goes into.
I agree.
Want fake asses at 18 in the whole package.
Yes,
right.
It's a societal thing.
It goes into a crazy thing.
Bro, women don't even take frontal pictures anymore. Like there are women that won't take a frontal picture. They gotta turn to the side or they gotta look over their shoulder because that's where you get the likes and the notoriety from. And they're making more money than
you mean they gotta show their ass?
Yeah, like they're making a shitload of money. So how do you knock it?
Definitely making more money than DJs.
So how do you knock it at that point?
Yo, what's wrong with you, man? Yo, Chris Michelle got you bucked. You can't target the DJs.
I'm saying these girls. Used to
the
see
girls are making
days,
all the money.
Used to see, go to this club featuring DJ blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden it changed to the girl.
No, the bartenders.
Yeah, they became
not even now.
now
You got the Instagram model who's just there.
They became
She
bigger
not
than
even doing
DJs.
nothing.
That's what I want to ask you about.
Instagram models make more money than DJs.
I've seen it. Yeah, facts.
Make more money than some artists.
Let's stay here for a second.
Yeah.
I don't know your marital situation. I don't know if you're single or not.
I'm married. You know that. Don't
listen,
try to act like you don't know that.
I don't know.
The curveball.
I don't know. I don't know
your marital situation.
I'm single, jaded, scarred. Fuck these bitches. What do you want me to do? I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm open to the 39-year-old, the 26-year-old. I'm open. I'm looking. I'm searching.
You're doing the whole MILF program.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
MILF
All right.
program.
All right.
And I'm a DILF. I'm a DILF. You don't think I'm DILFy? You don't think I'm giving them DILFy vibes? I'm not a dad they want to bone, huh?
I can't tell.
Hey, if my oldest son have a bad night with the condom, I'm gonna be something else. I'm gonna be a growth. Something like that. In your social travels, though, as of late, have you seen? And I'm gonna try to ask this safely.
Yeah.
And you can skip it if you need to.
I will.
Have you seen a change in interaction since the women have come up financially without the men? Like the women are getting to their own bags, they millionaires alone. Just in your travels, have you seen their stance and position change and be executed differently or expressed differently to men who may have felt like they had to one up financially in years past? Right? That was a safe way to ask that.
Yeah, you know what?
Because I see it.
I really.
And you in Miami, nigga, you see it too.
No. I would like, but I don't see that interaction where the girl makes more money than the guy, and therefore how they communicate and the dialogue happens is different. I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's. But I haven't seen that.
But you're asking.
But I understand the question. I would like to know what that is.
What? He's in Miami.
It's going to be hard for him to see it.
He has friends. He goes to a club.
No, I'm not. But again, at his level.
That nigga was with like the owner of Kmart last time I seen him or some shit. And Tony was like, yo, this nigga owns Kmart.
So
wow.
My point is, he's not a $300,000 a year dude, right? So,
I mean, debatable. I don't know what he makes. I don't know. I don't know if he makes $300,000.
All right, you just said he's a part of them.
He looks wealthy to me.
He's a part of them.
He has a
Look at his shirt.
A Gator,
Look at this nigga's shirt.
Wine bottle back.
Guys, can you guys listen?
The pink Margiela. That's the pink Margiela. Come on, man.
No. So back to what I was saying, right? So to ask Steve that question, because we were going to address this earlier, right? To ask Steve that question, he might be coming from a point of reference that not that many women can pull a card on him.
I didn't think they pulled it on him.
No,
I just thought he might have been around.
Did he see it though?
I just thought he might have saw it happen.
But my circle is doing it.
Exactly.
So they're not You know what I'm saying?
Chick's not pulling the card on my circle.
That's
not pulling the card on my. That's a real.
That's a stunt.
Flex.
My whole circle doing it, so no, I don't see it.
Mama, put your card back in the deck when it comes to me and my circle.
Yeah, it's
true.
It's true.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, so he won't be.
Yeah,
they're not doing that.
Did you see the this year's Grammys at all? You got it. Say less.
No, I was quiet. I was quiet on it. I seen some of the show. I seen some of the performances after. I didn't watch it live. I wanted to see some of the performances afterwards because of specifically Cardi's, because it was talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see that, and Little Baby's performance, because I wanted to see that because people said it was dope.
What do you think? What do you think about Cardi and Meg gyrating on each other on CBS?
That CBS knows they need to do that.
Got it. Yep.
Got it.
That's power hip hop.
Yeah. CBS knows they need to do that. And if CBS don't do that, they don't show up. And if they don't show up, they don't have a show.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is the problem, right? So that CBS becomes complicit. And that's the other thing that, people become more, look, man, back in the days, Joe, remember all these rappers get these deals and then, Rick Ross says one thing and they drop him from Reebok and they drop. Motherfuckers could say anything right now. Nobody's dropping anybody. Nobody's doing shit.
Really?
No. Unless it shows up in the New York Times, no one's dropping anybody. Everybody's with everything because they know, like, the rules of the goalposts are moving, right? What is too sexy? What is too far? Look what she's doing.
What she doing?
What is too sexy? What is too far? What isn't, what is, how does, remember they never used to curse on television and all of a sudden it was like, did he just say shit?
They saying
then you wait a little
shit,
bit.
motherfucker.
Did he just say bitch on NBC?
No, it's not that Channel 7 though.
No, not Channel 7.
No,
Say shit.
they definitely say shit.
They say shit on Channel 7.
I heard a bitch.
They say damn and bitch. They say damn
Yeah,
and
I'm
bitch.
trying to say-
And
I
when we
know
were
that.
young, they would never. Yeah, that's real.
When I was coming up watching TV, they wouldn't even show two parents in the same bedroom. They was doing all kind of, they would just show the show. They wouldn't even let them cut inside the bedroom. Like, you wouldn't show a couple in bed. They would never do that. Then it just changed over time. Standards change because, you know what? If the audience don't want to see it and they check out, your job is to keep adding more and more layers to it to make it engage. Because if it's not, look, they stripping on stage, man.
And to make it controversial, that'll make them tune in.
Whatever it takes to get that bag.
That's true.
Whatever it takes to get that bag.
But again, that's kind of what we addressed earlier with regards to Deshaun. As long as that money is coming in, Houston Texans could really give a fuck if he molests 7,000 nuns. As long as it don't go public, you know what I'm saying?
They're going to keep it from going public.
We'll put ice on it. You get what I'm saying? And so now, again, it's a societal thing where the moral compass is skewed along with the money.
No, I'm with you.
The moral compass has become
look at this shit.
A moving target.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Weekly, daily,
man.
Hourly.
I'm in the advertising business. These guys walk around like when you buy media, a company will say, I want to buy this many impressions. And they spend the money for the impressions and they'll buy it on, some digital sites, digital networks. And they just want to reach an audience and a target and for a number as cheap as possible. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden you find out that your ad is running before a beheading on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You never gave a fuck until it ran, and the New York Times wrote that story about it. Now all of a sudden you go, we don't want to run any advertising on YouTube. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't even check before.
What I said. This is the Nike Lil Nas X shit.
You only care until it becomes public.
This is what he's saying. It's
Nobody
exact same
cares.
thing.
Nobody
That's the
cares.
Nike Lil Nas X shit.
It's when it shows up in the New York Times and you could lose your job, then all of a sudden you act like you care. And you're stunned, by the way. That's part of the whole reaction thing. It's like, oh, I had no idea. Well, you didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Of course you had no idea. You didn't care.
Right.
You just bought as much media as you can, as cheap as possible, and whatever on the edge programming. Look, people ran ads on the Grammys, and they look what they were doing.
Yes, they did.
Ties into chasing the fame.
Yes, they did.
But now, if the New York Times writes the next day The Grammys had sexual content on it. It was thing, and all of a sudden it becomes a problem. All the advertisers, we're not running anything on the Grammys again until we see what the performances are up front.
Yep.
That's how it works. It's shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
That's crazy.
It's my issue though with CBS.
So, and what's going on with Lil Nas X?
Well,
do you think Nike had some? You think Nike had some wind of what was going on, and now they're trying to dissociate themselves from it?
I don't know if Nike had any. I think what Lil Nas X did. I think Lil Nas X is a low key Tekashi 6ix9ine type of from a marketing perspective and figuring out how to get attention around themselves. They both have done really good jobs at that, whether you like their music or not. And do I think Nike had something to do with that? No. Did I think Nike know about it? No. Would Nike have cared if it didn't get media attention? No.
No.
Now that it got media attention and the devils, the Satan and all that, now they got to deal with it. But had it not had that, they wouldn't have cared.
They did a Jesus shoe with holy water, and no, they didn't care. Same company.
As soon as you hear the word Satan, and
it's different though.
Yeah, it's a whole different story.
You can't compare the Jesus shoe
What
to
I'm saying is
the
from
Satan
Nike
shoe that has blood coming in a vial.
Nike's standpoint, they don't care regardless until the negative press starts rolling in.
Let me just tell
That's
the
what I'm
idiots
saying.
out there who I don't know who's making the shoe. I'm shocked that you idiots believe that a drop of real blood is going in each pair of these shoes. Y'all are
come
really
out that they released
stupid.
whose blood it was. Too.
They are. What happened?
They came out and said
whose blood it was.
It's the company member's blood, allegedly.
It's a drop of.
I don't care. Just the fact that you thought.
How about the fact that we're talking about it?
Word. That's all they wanted. That's all they wanted.
That's real.
We just said earlier that people would set themselves on fire.
Right.
I mean, this is close. Satan, hell, fire.
This is that.
So
this is true.
He just went for it. Like, okay, bro, you got it. You why we got to get into Satan? Well, I mean, what are we talking about, man?
And now he has Kirk Franklin on the remix.
Dog, he's
Kirk Franklin's on the remix.
Wow.
The remix of what? The Devil Worship? The song?
Are you sure?
This is what he said. Kirk Franklin's on the remix.
So it could be trolling. We don't know.
Bro, he's lap
Could be
dancing
trolling.
the devil
We do not know.
on the video.
There it is.
And he got a BBL.
Come on, don't start that again. Don't start that again.
Yo, if you think Lil Nas X didn't get a BBL, you need to go do some BBL research.
I don't.
That shit is sitting.
I take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your word.
Sitting. It's sitting,
You
man.
got it, bro.
It's sitting.
You got it.
Listen, man, what can we expect from UnitedMasters moving forward before you leave?
That we're going to really make a difference in the music business. We're going to teach the next generation of artists to not sign record deals, to own their futures, own their rights, make the money, bet on themselves, and really democratize the music business. That's what I want to do. I look at all those Prince videos where he started talking about owning your rights and write slave on his face, and people thought he was eccentric and bugging out. And you realize he was just, a man who had a vision before its time. And if I do my job correctly, I will definitely encapsulate all of the energy that he stood for as it relates to what the music business should be. So that's what you should expect from me. Yeah, let that go. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
That was
a million.
Yeah.
How many artists?
1 million users.
Yeah, make sure they
1
know.
million artists united on the platform. And Joe, check out me and Joe tomorrow night. Because Joe's gonna come through. Joe's not gonna bullshit me. Because Joe is standing for independence. Joe's about that life. Joe walked away from a big bag. And his partners walked away from him.
That's the mic drop right there. That's the mic drop right there. That's it right there. That was great. Yeah, word, knock shit over. It don't even matter at that point.
Man, let me help my guy, man.
No, that was great. That was fucking great. That was great, man.
You know it's love. Thank you. I appreciate you. If you end up in Miami this weekend, let me know, man.
And I'll call you tomorrow.
I'll call you 2 more times tomorrow.
Yeah, no, call me tomorrow, man. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. The amazing Steve Stoute, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your intel, your knowledge, your experience, your years and years and years in this business, man.
That was hilarious.
No, that was dope.
Yeah, nah.
He gave it up. He gave it up. That was dope.
Yo, Steve is
That nigga still crazy.
That nigga sounds like money, though. That nigga sounds like money.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he knows that, but
Nah, he know.
Nah,
He know.
I don't know if he does.
Nah, he know.
But when we hear it,
yeah.
we can tell.
He sounds like
We can tell.
Yeah.
Like when you say, "Yo, man, can you offer me a drink?"
The hospitality wasn't
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That was a real low thing, but it told you what was going on.
When you asked him the question, he said, "Yo, my circle doing it." So
yeah, he said, "Nah, it's not applicable because
we don't apply to that."
Yeah, my circle, they can't shine on us.
Right. That says a lot.
That was cool, man. I appreciate Steve for stopping by. I
shouts to Steve,
appreciate
for real.
every time we talk, especially in Miami when I know he could be doing something much better.
You just gotta stay out of that part of Miami, man. He trying to tell you where you need to be in Miami. You in the wrong Miami.
Steve is part of the
boring,
group.
though.
Steve is part of that group that, when you have enough money to move somewhere so your money can make money, like all the people moved to whenever this was, Austin, Texas, to try to make the new Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Now.
There's a lot of black.
Yeah, that's happening now.
There's a lot of black millionaires moving to Miami to
Silicon
try to
Valley's
form
moving
whatever
down there.
they're trying to do. Like Steve is part of it. I have never had that type of money. I've never had access to that type of money. And to be honest, I've never that type of thinking.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Like to move somewhere. This year is the first year where I've said, yo, LA is not an option for me to move because it costs me money to move there. It doesn't save me money. It's not a tax save. This was the first year I even applied my thinking that way. Before it was, oh shit, man, if we up, then we can go to LA. It's our friends. But that's not where it is. That's not where those dudes are. That's not how they got it.
Right.
That's not what they like. All you got to do is watch what happened before to see how you want to move and shake. I subscribe to that. I do. In large part because of guys like Steve, Puff, Hove, Dame, Percy, Baby, whoever it was before us. You pull what you got to pull from. And I do appreciate him stopping by. Ish, you are really funny, man.
Nah.
You have no idea how funny you are, and that's what's part of you being funny.
Yo, you're crazy, son.
It's me. It's me.
I
It's
know
me.
you for years. You wild though, bro.
Yo, you that dude, man. I want to be like you, but you knew that. I always wanted to be like you.
Yo,
you knew I always wanted to be
what's
like
the
you.
next topic? On
We're leaving. No, that's it. Ain't no topics, nigga.
Good,
That's
good.
it.
That's what I
We're
wanted.
playing a song. We getting the fuck out of here. That's it. Let me find a sleeper pick.
All right, you going? All right, cool.
This was a really good pod. A lot of information. I really appreciate everybody. Let me try to find a record so we can get to it. This pod went exactly how I pictured pods going, man. You guys have really good conversations about really good topics. This was cool. I want to thank Steve and Stoute. Steve is funny, man.
Yeah, he is.
Great, bro.
He's funny. If you don't hate him, you can recognize how funny he is. Especially in Miami. I need Munchie to come up here. I'm going to call Munchie to come up here, man. So you can talk about seeing Steve. Wow. All right, listen, man. Ish, thank you. You can't be here with us Friday, right? Fuck out of here, nigga. Why you can't pod with us?
Got some things to
Yeah, we can pod Thursday morning. Look. Exactly. Look.
Okay.
Look.
What you want me to say, fam?
Say whatever you have to say to that. We can pod Thursday morning.
said
Thursday
okay.
we can come sit here and record. You can catch a flight.
I have no
Morning?
problems.
Well, you can't do mornings.
Oh wait,
I'd
I'm
have
getting
to-
my vaccine Thursday.
I'd
Nah,
have to
y'all
present you
outta here.
guys with a contract. Then you guys could do Thursday.
You sure? You damn right.
You guys could do Thursday.
I'm for sale.
If I pull this to the side,
Let's be clear. Oh wait. I'm for sale. Let's be clear.
This nigga, I'm a prostitute. I'm for sale.
Hey, listen.
Yo, this nigga said, yo,
I got a 1-year-old. You understand?
I have a
different.
5-year-old.
It's different.
You look
With
at
a
life
1-year-old,
different. You weigh things
with
different.
a
Okay.
5-year-old, with a 3-year-old.
All right.
So listen, man. All right, here, let me share some shit I shouldn't share.
Oh shit.
One day I'm gonna do a whole pod about just dropping your kid off during the exchange, during the drop off.
I can't be on there. My exchanges are a whole different level, nigga.
Yo, dog. Yo.
I got videos of my exchange.
can't relate.
Nigga. My shit is different. Yeah, you can't.
Yo,
You sorry, thank God.
But it's wrong. Yo, I have valid arguments in this stuff. Listen, I pull up to the crib. I got my baby. My baby's at the age where you know where the fuck he at. hey, that nigga hit the window. Power. All right, mom, crib. Where we at with it? Here she come downstairs. All right, I'm happy to see you. My baby happy to see you. Let me bring my baby over there to you and have a quick 3-minute talk about whatever's going on in life that I may have missed because we're not really kicking it because we broke up.
Right.
But in this moment, for 5 minutes, we should be able to talk. I bring the baby over there, he run over, hug his mom. Here she go. Yo, I'm in a rush. I got to go upstairs. Nigga, we don't talk.
What y'all got to talk about? Y'all broke up.
Hey, let me tell you, she said something like that, and I got hot at the door of her house. She said, what we had to talk about, nigga? I had to talk to you about nothing. I said, excuse me? We had sex. You don't have to talk to me about what?
Nothing.
I'm the nigga you fucked to get him here. Who you ain't got to talk to? I wish you fuck. Hey, I know.
About him, she ain't gotta talk to you.
Hey, that nigga running back to the escalator to come to daddy house. Fuck is you talking about? We got to talk. What's happening? Nah, we out of here. It's over. Let me do this for the legendary. 1 year anniversary for the death of Bill Withers, man. We don't like celebrating death. Rest in peace to Bill Withers. One of the most sampled artists in the history of hip-hop. Arguably one of the greatest songs ever made. A Lovely Day, man.
Hell yeah.
Talk to him. I appreciate y'all, man. This was a really good pod. Good pod, good vibes, good people, good energy, good frequency, good vibrations, man.
Hey, listen,
I
man.
appreciate y'all.
If you can't count on your friends when you need them,
then who can you count on? Who can you count on, goddammit? You right about that one. Yo, we out of here. Keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there. Until the next time, I bid you adieu, arrivederci, adios, so long, goodbye. All of that good shit. Do remember, life is a series of moments, and moments pass, moments pass, moments pass. So let's make this one last as if it's all we have. I fuck with y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you to Ish. Thank you to Ice, Alex, Corey, Savon, E-Rab, Parks. I appreciate y'all. And rest in peace, Bill Withers, man. You the GOAT. We'll be here same time, same place on the weekend. Hey, thank you to Steve Stoute. We appreciate you. Wait a minute!